Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's back today on Mizzle Talks Live. How's everyone's Sunday going? I know it's a beautiful Sunday. So, hope you all enjoy this Sunday and welcome for joining my live. I really appreciate y'all coming in and having a good time with me. Enjoy, because not everybody go outside sometimes. They would like to be homebodies like me. And just chit chat and then discuss about the shows. I got a good lineup for y'all today. Because last Sunday I did not do a live. So it's just a makeup for last week. I went on last Monday and we talked about cheating. So I will post the link of the cheating on this chat. Hey Tracy. Oh, what's going on? You must be on my side. Yes, let me see. Yes, CM, I miss you too. How you doing? What's going on? Yes. How's your Sunday? All right, so bear with me, y'all. Let me share the cheating link talk and my catchphrase video review. Let's see. So I'm posting my cheating talk we did last Monday because we had a good time. Tracy, Sunil and I, we were talking about cheating. We had a good time. We had a good kiki. So if y'all miss it, catch that live. We had a good time. We talked. It got to know a little bit more about us too and how we handle things. And it was fun. Let me see. And y'all know my recent catchphrase video is review is up as well. Yeah, I'm doing good. Day off and relaxing and enjoying myself and stuff like that. And had a good week. My week was kind of busy, so it was a good thing to have a good relaxation today. And catching more shows. I just listened to the freaking Nicki Minaj album, which I was like, okay, so we here for her for a long time. I know we will talk about that in a panel tonight as well, but we have her for a long time. So I know the fans was waiting for her to come out. Fans come out because it's like she took a little hiatus coming. She was in the game for 10 years with no competition with her. So it's like she took a break and said, let me come back. And when she came back, I think, yeah, it was mostly mixtape. It was mostly mixes that she had already done already that was put together. And I guess she probably updated it and something like that. And put some of the visuals on it. And yeah, to be honest, some of the visuals, I didn't really care for that much. I mean, a lot of the mixes that I already heard of, I like, but so far I like Chirac. I don't know if that was a new one or not. I mean, this is my first time hearing it, so I had like that one. Hey, Renee. Yes. How you doing? How you doing, boo? How you doing? And we release a quality material to distract from the mess. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I had like Chirac. I mean, of course, I have already like Boss Ass D and Itty Bitty Piggy. I think I saying it right. Itty Bitty Piggy. And I Get Crazy. I like that song. And Bit Me Out Scotty. That's it. Anything else, I didn't really care for that in that album. Yes. Yep. So bear with me. Let me play my little intro real quick and get myself together. And I'll tell you about the lineup if we get started. Yes, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I love those songs back. Yeah, when she released those songs at that time, it was all great. and everything. Then she re-released it after all these certain years. And I was saying, I would know what was mindset of oh, okay. I know. So how you feeling? It's crazy. Hope you hanging in there. Did you get back home? For sure. Um yeah, naturally, so I don't know what was her end game. Why she re-release those mixes this time? Yes, y'all. Would you come in? Please like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, everything. Love it. Hey, how you doing?
You know, StreamYard don't like me.
Yeah, I was giving you problems. Yes, I was just talking about the Nicki Minaj album that I just listened to, and I didn't realize it was mostly the mixes that she been had done in the past that she just release it and add a couple of new visuals to it. So I was like, oh, okay, and some of the new originals that she had put, I didn't really care about. I mean, the scene Green Eyes, I mean, understand it. Everything was good to have her, Wayne and Drake to rap again in that song. And Fractions, I was caring for Fractions that much. It wasn't a popular song that people like. Because I got Apple Music, they started. I think it was Itty Bitty Piggy, but that was then a pass. So it was like, that's not like a whole new one. So like that. But,
So you wasn't feeling Nicki's re-release mixtape?
I had like 5 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And most of the songs that I like is already songs that I already heard of before.
Didn't
I
like her originals.
Yeah, I like Chirac. Is that original or not? Oh, that's original.
No.
I said I like Chirac.
No, Chirac is not.
Oh, so I like that. And this is my first time hearing it. So I said, did I hear that before? No,
Nope.
but I
Chirac
like
is
it.
a new one.
I like Boss Ass B. I like Itty Biggy Piggy. And I Get Crazy. That's my like that song. Beat Me Up Scotty. That's the songs I like in the album.
Okay.
Yeah. And I download them and put them in my little playlist. Well, in that, so I would say, what's the reason why she released it is this way and not all original songs and stuff like that? Or I guess she ain't had time, right?
No, so I watched her live where she like pre-release, like when she kind of went over why she did what she did and all that kind of stuff, and then she had Drake on and all of that. So
Oh yeah,
I watched.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I watched that, and so she was like, it was the 12-year anniversary or something like that, and that mixtape is not on any streaming service. And she was like, everybody was like, oh, we want Itty Bitty Piggy on a streaming service, like put it on streaming. And she was like, it's just not on any streaming services. So she was like, for the anniversary, she decided to put it on streaming services. But then she was like that her fans would drag her if she didn't give them any new songs, and just for the anniversary put it on streaming services. So she said that she pulled together like 5 songs and like 2 remixes, and she was like, she put it on to that for the streaming service. But she was like, she is still working on music. She is gonna have her album come out. She's still working with Drake and Wayne, and it was just really good to see her and Drake on live together, like in their banter and their camaraderie, and it was really cute. I was like, oh, see, I liked those 3 together, so it was nice to see kind of them and how they like talk a lot, and they still talk like almost every day, and they big up each other on the great things that's happening in each other's lives. So it was nice to see that they are like still friends, still in a good place, because a lot of times you wonder, like, are they really still even friends? Like, do they even get along still?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it was kind of nice to see that they are, and she's going to be on, I think he said 2 songs on his next album. She's going to be on 2 songs. Okay. So it was nice to see that they are still kind of, in a good spot. So.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, you're right, because if she would put out no new song at all, you're right, they would have dragged her.
They would probably drag that. I said, you been again for 10 years. They took a little break, and you gonna come back with no new songs, girl. Sure.
They dragged her. Listen, Because you can't tell me that Rihanna and her Navy ain't they drag her every chance they get. Oh, this is great.
It's
This
like
new Fenty release, that's beautiful. Where's my album?
the music, yes.
Where's my music?
Because she was coming out album most every year, like a Call of Duty game.
Look, they was
and
like,
she just stopped. I was like, see, I'm saying any dragon deserve. And, Renee say, hey, Tracy. All right. All right. So the lineup for today will be, we're going to talk about Erica and Wendy, that little thing they had. And because we didn't get to talk about it last week because we had no lives. Talk about that. Then we're going to talk about Iyanla Fix My Life, the 99 Problems, and My Mom is One, that episode. Married at First Sight, the Decision Day, Ready to Love, this past 2 episodes, and we're going to end it with Porsha. And we also going to talk about the Porsha Williams on the panel tonight with Auntie Mama and the rest of them. So we're going to do briefly on my channel and then talk deeply more of that. And that's that. So,
you're going to be mad at me about Porsha. I'm telling you this right now. You're going to be mad.
You going to be mad?
You're going to be mad.
No, because this Porsha girl, I don't know what. It just blew my mind when you shared me that link, and I said, "Hold up!" I was very confused who that guy was until I saw the face. I said, "Oh no, that's family ex-husband." Well, soon to be ex-husband. I said, "Child, Porsha did it.
She mad at me.
She broke into that.
She did. She definitely did.
Oh shoot! All right, so let me share the link of the Erica and stuff. Oh, Tracy. Oh, see, I'm saying no, Tracy.
You're gonna be mad. But listen, you have to give me the benefit of the doubt to understand where I'm coming from before you drag me.
Give me a chance. This Porsha girl, she is doing too much. All right, let me see. Share. Let me do like Erica. Let me see. Cause true, I always don't know which one is which. Cause they don't label it. Let me see. Let me do this one. Hey, Joyce. No, that's not the one I want to see. It was the other one. Let me put this down. How you doing? I like. Oh, bear with me, y'all. I'm sharing this one. Oh, I don't even know which that was. The same one. It went on top. Get it together, Ty. Get it together. All right. Okay, y'all. So Erica Mena and Safari. Because we all know this up or down. Hey, Auntie Mama, hey sis, how you doing? We all know the up or down of Erica and Safari. They've been going on social media saying they're going to divorce and all that stuff like that. Safari called Erica his bigger mistake, regret in his life. Erica called Safari a little child, all that stuff. They was going back and forth, saying we're going to divorce. Now, all of a sudden, because we don't really see Erica that much, because people don't, I guess I don't follow her. A lot of people don't be following or checking for Erica like that. So, Safari do. We see Safari, his little pictures, his video of his daughter, and it's nice that he's daddy and all that stuff like that. So we keep with that. And then all of a sudden, we saw the photo shoot with Erica Safari, and I looked at somebody, she had a baby bump. So I said, hold on, when this happened? And how this happened, it was like, all of a sudden, we knew y'all was arguing, and all of a sudden, now y'all together. Well, it's their relationship. It is. But at the same time, you can't get upset and mad at people go to make a judgment because you're on social media. People go to judge no matter what. So Erica could have been in the game for a long time to know to let people just talk and that's it. So sometimes you'll play videos, but I'm gonna play this little thing that that Wendy said, and I'm gonna get my opinion about that, and then I'm gonna get my opinion on what Erica responds to Wendy. Oops, here we go.
Erica Mena are having another baby.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it.
Well, they announced it the other day, and a lot of their fans commented that they shouldn't have another child together. Well, there she is, pregnant with the second baby. She looks terrific. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that she was hiding this, although I don't think people follow them much.
Right. And I think they just announced it the other day.
They're always fighting and they're threatening divorce, and Erica clapped back. Take a look at what Erica said.
Like, we're talking about a blessing here, and you guys are really trying to be so negative and nasty about it.
We're not trying to be anything. You're the one putting it out there, Erica. You and Safari. I don't really know you much, Erica, but I do know Safari enough. And you all need to stop fighting and threatening divorce so much. You all need to grow up and grow into being parents. And if you're not going to want to be married, then just get a divorce and co-parent. So Safari.
Okay. So that was that. And then Erica's response to Wendy was that at this point, let's link up so I can beat your behind. Your ex didn't do a good enough job. And people in my group chat, at the moment, I was really livid when she said that. I said, first of all, domestic violence is no joke, and it's not to be light of, especially for coming from someone who claimed that, well, she said that she was abused herself. So for the fact that you saying, oh, well, your husband didn't beat you enough, let me beat you. I said, what insensitivity that you going to come out and say that? And you think people ain't going to drag you? Yes, having a baby is a blessing, but sometimes, like, it's not always a blessing when you're in this messed up situation, when y'all all divorcing and announcing that, yes. Let me see. Yeah, share the live, y'all. And when you announcing that you divorced and everything, everybody think it's all bad and all stuff like that. And then all of a sudden you come up pregnant and then you think people will be happy. It's sometimes with your own family. You always, Ray, always arguing, always beating your behind and all that stuff like that and all that stuff and coming to parties and we don't want him in the bigger barbecues and all that stuff. You come out pregnant and that everybody mad at Ray and you not mad and you want everybody to be okay with it. No, it don't go that way. So I didn't like that. Erica needs to sit down and be quiet. Yes, having a baby is a blessing, but at the same time, it's not always celebrated. So you don't suspect everyone to celebrate it. And the fact you're always going that divorce word, that's not cute. Especially stay on social media if y'all don't want nobody to be judging. And that's my take on it. And Wendy, they say nothing wrong, because that's something that a lot of us were saying. Like, listen, get off online if you don't want nobody to say nothing. Or divorce and co-parent or stay together and just be quiet and be silent. And that's it. So Tracy in chat, tell me what y'all think. And I'm going to highlight your comments.
Now, normally, sometimes Wendy be out of pocket. But at this point, no lie told. Not a one. I don't blame Wendy. I don't think she said anything wrong. She wasn't disrespectful. Because there was some things that she could have said that could have been very disrespectful. But at the same time, I don't understand these people who want this grace, who want this understanding from people, but they never give it. Erica is a troll. She goes online, she trolls people, she says mean, nasty, disparaging, hurtful things about people, their kids, and everything else in between. But now that you're pregnant and people talking about you, you want this sort of grace? You want this positive blessing? Oh, no. Keep that same energy you had before. Because before, you had all the smoke, all the energy. That's called karma. This is the life that you live. This is what you put out into the atmosphere. By all means, you just getting your share. Now, mind you, I have family members who have toxic relationships. And we've all learned that, we don't say nothing. Y'all just go ahead about y'all business. Because there's nothing for us to say. Y'all gonna stay with each other? Great. But don't bring us into it. We don't want to hear about it. That's how I feel about Erica. You and Safari gonna have this toxic relationship? That's cool for y'all. Just don't bring us into it.
Yeah.
Don't bring us into it, because if you bring us in, we gonna have opinions.
Oh, we gonna have
you may not like them. You may not like them. But nobody's being disrespectful to you. Nobody's being nasty to you. Nobody's being rude to you. Nobody's dragging you about being pregnant. I mean, there's some things they could have said about your little waterhead baby, but they didn't. I'm just saying. So, I mean, I don't see the problem.
Well, I didn't either. And for the fact that she to say that, oh, your husband didn't beat you enough, and yes, seeing her ex had abusive relationship. So for her,
you mean Lil Bow Wow? You mean when she was talking about little Bow Wow Porsha herself was dragging her around?
Yeah,
Okay. That's who was beating you? Oh,
that's
okay. Oh, okay.
yes. And
That
for her to even go there like that, I would say, girl, that's not something cute to say that. And you didn't think people will not go drag you. And I think she deleted her comment off her
yeah,
social
she
media.
did. Of course
Did
she
that
did.
because she knows she was wrong for saying that.
Not to
But
be
I,
funny.
you know,
But
good for
if I
me. I
look
see.
at Kevin, if I look at Kevin Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
now he packs a punch. But Lil Bow Wow, you was the one who was crying about the domestic violence. Like it looked like he did like a girl, but okay, I guess whatever works, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I guess you didn't get beat up either, huh? I'm just saying. Ain't
Oh, well.
that now to be wrong if I say that about her? It's terrible. So you put out there what you want. That's what you gonna get.
Oh, well. Yeah, her baby. Yeah, her first baby daddy. Yeah, he was be so fun to say that. I ain't like that. I said you was wrong at the wrong reason, and you was mad at the wrong reason. And Wendy ain't say nothing horrible towards the situation. Something she said a generic statement that we always thinking about, and you just took offense to it because you know deep down inside, you know that's she was so white. That's you got old man. He said you want to beat her up. I said sit down, girl. And I said you want to beat her, want to be pregnant, girl, sit down. All right. Well, power to Safari and Erica joining their second child. But at the same time, I didn't like her response to Wendy. I ain't like that. It was terrible and it was very wrong, horrible, and she need to sit down for that. I don't think she should be going on social media anytime soon lately because she been quiet since then. So
She had that troll been online talking to the people in her comment section. I just don't understand. She just ain't
yes,
went
right.
after no other big celebrity or no other like. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
all she been doing is trolling the people in her comments.
Oh yeah, right. All right. So next thing we got is Iyanla Fix My Life. All right, let me share that. It's the 99 Power. It was only an hour episode. I think last night was the season finale. They had their last episode. It was all letters to the men. I didn't watch that yet, so I'm gonna talk about that probably later on, probably another time. But she would be blackballed soon if she doesn't learn to watch. Yes, she does need to be blackballed, and yeah, Erica always say things that she don't need to be saying, and for her to say that, well, you know, a lot of people isn't abusive who go through this stuff like that, and for her to even experience that, to even say that out her mouth, child.
That girl ain't gonna be blackballed. I think she is literally trolling to get on Zeus Network. I promise
Oh,
you,
she
I
want to
can
get her
say
own,
I think her and Safari.
network, her shit. She want to get her own show.
I think her and Safari are trolling to get on Zeus Network. I really do. I so do. And that's just what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more you get a little buzz fighting with other celebrities and stuff, and she, like a Z-list celebrity. So yeah, I see her and Safari trolling to get on Zeus. Absolutely. Marriage problems, relationship problems, fighting online with other folks.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her low key, racially insensitive or racist comments. Yeah, they going to Zeus. One way ticket to Zeus Network.
But for what? They said, but for what? What does she do? She'll do. That's true. Erica really do the Sister Love and Hip Hop days. We haven't seen her lately. Yeah.
That's what she do.
Yeah.
On OnlyFans. That's what she do.
You can't take my mouth. Yes, yes. Somebody taking that mouth. You taking all of it. Tracy. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, she could be trolling to get a TV show because sometimes people do some lot for a change, and they do for their lifestyle. Yes, Iyanla Fix My Life, y'all. And this episode, let me see, she considered an influencer to someone. She would be on TV. She considered an influencer to someone otherwise. She wouldn't be on TV. I mean, yeah, we had that discussion about celebrities and people put them as role models and influencers and stuff like that, and shape the mindset of young ones and they look up to. And she's not one of them to be looked up to at all. But She was good radio. No, radio. Ooh, she was a good she was a good TV personality with her drama antics, and we was loving the drama antics she was giving on the show. But that's all we're gonna give her. Give her that. But she ain't nobody role model to me. Let me see. All right, so Iyanla Fix My Life, y'all. It was 99 problems, and my mom is one. Now, it was only an hour episode, and I mean, could have been more, but then I said at the same time, I was like, based on what they was giving us, I was okay with the 1 hour and so like that. But they could have dived deeper into that daughter, that drunk and all that stuff, but we will talk about that. All right, so episode came on, and Iyanla had the two daughters, Leilani and Alexis, but they call her Lexi. And this is Alexis, 26. This is Leilani, 32. And they came in, and you know, Iyanla had that Soul Train board. Soul Train. All right. It said, listen, why are you here? And they ain't put no words and no sentences together. They put nothing together. They were both together, and it was like, Iyanla said, let me help you out. Let me help you out. We all here. And they could put nothing together. And they was like, okay, so none of y'all can tell me why you here. And they both would say, no, we came because we had to. We're afraid of the backlash. Well, that's not the word they said. And y'all put the words in their mouth. It was like, you afraid of what she gonna say to you if she don't come to it? Oh, we were scared if she react a different way, so we came because we had to, and she gonna give us backlash if we don't come and support the thing. So I was like, okay, so she making two grown people to come on a television that y'all are basically adults to say that you had to come because you're going to face the backlash or you're scared of her. I was like, I'm 35 years old. Yes, I was younger. My mom take care of me and everything, but now she can't make me do what I want to do. I'm 35 years old. She can't make me do what I want to do. If I want to do it, I'll do it. But other than that, I don't have no problem saying no. It's like that. But on television, that's what I was saying. So I just kind of weird that they just came in and say, oh, we just did that because my mom is going to react differently if she don't come. Well, we do have that toxic mom because I feel like when I was growing up, my mom had that vicious mouth sometimes. So at times, and it's all because how she was raised up. And I know I speak that in my in this panel in my channel about how because she was abused and everything, she became abusive a little bit with her words and not physical and stuff like that. But so I understand that. But as I got older, I was like, okay, no, that's not me. I can't.
No, I'm grown, and I've still been voluntold for things. Not to this level, but I will be honest and say that there are things that I do just so I don't have to hear my mom's mouth. Like, it makes more sense to keep the peace than to walk to the beat of my own drum. So there are times where I could understand, like, okay, look, I don't want to hear it, so I'm just gonna do it because I want to hear it. So I'm like, I understand that. That makes sense sometimes, but all the time, you mean all?
Yeah, like I said, all the time. That's the issue.
Yeah, all the time. Oh, you always do this, so you don't hear her. I was like, I don't remember that being the thing. I mean, all the time now, and you grown.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, don't get me wrong. I said sometimes yes. My one should ask, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. It is what it is, and don't handle it. But at times, like I know I ain't want to do nothing. I had no problem saying I'm not gonna do it. So no problem. And if she get upset, I said, well, I live alone. Like if I want to come to,
I do also think it's really different when you live with that person. Like you live with you grown and live with your mama. So I'm like, maybe that's the difference in it. Like. Maybe I don't know. Well, no, because I had to move back home when like I first got divorced. To reset like to like reacclimate myself and bills and money and stuff like that. But I don't remember her telling me, "Oh, you gotta do this or else." Like, no, no, don't remember that at all. But You know, so that was my first trigger warning when I was like,
Well,
because if I don't, now I done went some places begrudgingly, even as an adult. But damn, I don't think my mom could force me to come on national TV to make a fool of myself.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and they said not only that she has backlashes, um, verbally and emotionally abusive, she could be controlling, and that comes of course later on in the episode. But her husband came in, their father, who was sitting next to them, named Patrick. It was interesting that he came from the military background. So I said, okay, so you can put huh, toughness, put your foot down, like bring order to the household, like don't let the wife take over the household, so like that. And he said at first he was like that. He was like that at first in the relationship, but then after years go by, he just took the back seat and he got to be softer, and he took counseling, and he went softer and softer because he didn't really be that hardcore. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it could be tough. Sometimes dealing with a military man, an army man who very strict and who got that not emotive kind of personality, and it is always harsh. So yes, I could probably understand how it could be difficult at first in a relationship with dealing with him, and especially coming out of the military. But did go completely opposite to what to the own, just don't deal with it anymore, and just refrain and let her take the reign, and that caused more issues. Now, when he came in, and I did the soul train again, she said, "Oh, okay, why you here?" Boop, 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 boop. He had nothing to say though. He had nothing to say. I was like, what's going on? So none of y'all came to this episode not knowing why y'all here. Like y'all just all clueless. And it's like that. And it was funny what that happened. And then they mentioned about Alexis. No, not Alexis, Lexi. And it was interesting that she came that morning, 10 o'clock in that morning, with a 0.22 blood alcohol level in her mouth, breathing, breathalyzer. And you don't even realize that was an issue. Nobody realized that was an issue, that she came in drunk like that in the morning, 10 a.m. And we come to find out it's a history in the family. The father's father was an alcoholic. The father is an alcoholic. The daughter is alcoholic. And I think some other family members, the other daughter and the mom drinks a little bit here and there. So they all is drinking in the family. So keep it in the family, you understand that. But then you got to understand that she coming in at 10 o'clock in the morning, a session drunk like that, y'all got to realize the issue as well. So y'all come in here act like y'all had no issues or know why y'all here. But then all this stuff is coming out. So I'll keep a pause on that before the mom came in. This is the mom right here. She got that little face, and she made that face after Lexi's mentioned that she was dating, but you talk about that later. What you talk about? Oh, what you think about it so far, Tracy?
You know what? It makes sense that no one else seems to have an issue with her drinking because they all drunk.
Yes.
Like, if we're all alcoholics, how do you like hi pot meet kettle? How do you point out somebody else being drunk when you were drunk? Like, because the sister had a blood alcohol too. So it was like we was
she
both
had
knocking
too.
the back. So you can't say one without the other. But I was like 0.22. That's like almost 3 times higher than the legal limit. Oh, you was knocking them back.
Yeah, she
Ain't no
was.
little mimosa, honey. That was straight shots of vodka before you came. But I guess maybe you had to get your nerves right, having to deal with your mama. I was like, oh, honey.
And
But
yeah,
I'll
and that,
say this. I know dating people in the military, you're either going to get the person that A, brings their work home with them. They are a drill sergeant just like they are at work. Or they completely cut that part of their life off and they don't want anything to do with it. They don't want to be in charge. They don't want to take over because that's all they do all day is tell a bunch of grown people what to do. So the last thing you want to do at home is have to do, like, why do I need to tell some grown folks what to do all the time? I appreciate him. He said, I paid the bills. I took care of the house. I left y'all to do that. That got nothing to do with me. Okay? I did my job. I did my job. Here's my wallet. Leave me alone. I mean, I guess. So you either get one or the other when you date. Most that sounds like most of the time you're either gonna get it one way or the other. Most of the time they don't really have that discernment to equal it out at home.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever floats their boat.
So, yeah. And Lexi said she didn't want to be there. So they all was there because they didn't have a choice. I said, y'all all had a choice, but y'all scared of her. So we'll see why y'all scared of her. So, and he said I have customer. Oh yeah, I mentioned that. All right. And then he said the mom said he was in tire depression. He depressed after he got retired, but we talk about that. Erica, this is the wife. That's their mom. They came in, and this is her.
Dum dum dum.
Yes. And it was funny. It was another Soul Train board. I said, all right, we get the Soul Train going. All that stuff. And you know what's funny? Everybody else had nothing, didn't know how to put the puzzle together. She came in like a figure Power Ranger and just put that thing like in 3 freaking seconds. I was like, girl.
Because she know what the problem is. That's why she know why she's here.
Like, shit, why are you here? I am the problem. That's what it was. And she was like, their mom's face was like, oh, I'm the problem. And then the daughter was like, they were shocked. I said, how y'all shocked? Y'all just said she controlling and had backlash and said she not the problem. So it was like, she said, oh, that's interesting. And I think because nobody said nothing. Nobody in the house said anything to her to make her think, okay, yes, at times like that. And after a while, when I got older, I had to tell my mom, and then we got a good relationship. But it was like, you gotta calm down a little bit. Like what you say sometimes is very damaging, which this is that, and we calm down so we have a good communication and everything. But sometimes you gotta check your parents. Sometimes your parents think like, okay, I'll produce you out. Yes, it's okay. Yes, you gotta listen to your parents. You gotta respect your parents. But at the same time, your parents gotta respect the children, and especially when they get adults. And I think because they live in the house, so they say, okay, they not acting grown, so I just gotta continue to do what I do. And also, and they also said why they stayed in the house because I think Lanani said after she lost her job and the pandemic happened, she just they pack my bags, go back in the house, go to her parents' house. Alexi said she was working on everything too. They'd go to school. And when the pandemic happened, she was doing COVID stress, school stress. So it was easy to stay in the house. So it was very convenient to stay in the house as just going in your home. So which is understandable because I know when I was working I'm a concierge, a lot of people, tenants in my building, when the pandemic happened and they shut down a lot of things, a lot of them left, broke their lease and went back to their parents' houses. So it was like, it's understandable that it's happened with money and finance and everything. That's probably the biggest reason why they still went back to their mother's house. But to go back to the house and still deal with that backlash and control the issue, I would say, child, should I just deal with this and get my own?
Is there a homeless shelter I know them? I might have more freedom there.
Well, and she didn't really know why they felt that way. So this is the process that they're gonna go through and why they feel this way. Because Lanani, she has no voice. She said she empathetic, she's sensitive, she's empathetic, and she's empathic. That was, and she just feel things, and she don't say nothing. She just had no voice. She's 32 years old, and everything. And Lexi was like, I guess she just drink her problems away, so she don't really want to deal with that. So it was like, and then Patrick, the husband, he stands behind and he just don't deal with that. So he's been isolating himself of the problems. So the only person who had to deal with everything was the mom, Erica. So, and then part of it was because she said she always had to take care of her mom, and when her mom was taking everything, and that was a little damaging because her mom was a little bit what was it? Not a little. Her mom
was bit. Her mom had Alzheimer's dementia and used to be a drunk.
Yes, her mom had a lot of issues, and she was very expressive towards her, like very nitpicking her and being very condescending. So she ain't like that. So she had to send her mom away a little bit. And she said, how long your mom was not in the house? She said for a couple of years. She said, and you still like, that's the issue, is like you still using that and carrying on to your now, and it's been years already. So
can I ask a question? If you had your mama for years and she has Alzheimer's and dementia, did the mom pass away, or did you send your mama away during the pandemic? How you send her away during the whole Ponderosa? Like, how you get rid of her then? You've been dealing with her for years, and
Yeah,
now you want to get rid of her?
she got rid of her mom real quick.
During the whole Ponderosa, like maybe, like what was you thinking? Like, was
Yeah,
you
she said her
secretly
mom.
deep down in your spirit, like send her to the old folks' home to catch it? What is
For
going on with you? I was like, she had her mama for years at her house. She got early onset Alzheimer's, dementia, and a drinking problem, and now you get rid of her?
That's what I'm
This
saying.
lady died. That's all I could think. I was like, I hope this lady died.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying, right? so so we felt like she's emotional and violence, and she's enabling her daughters, enabling their habits, having to stay in the house, having not getting no responsibilities and stuff like that, and just being there. And why she's all stressed out and everything. They saying that when they have a conversation with her and she don't like what they say, she was walking around the house acting like they not there. Like just walk around. Can you imagine that you physically present in your mom and your pops and they just completely ignore you most of the time and you can't say nothing because you think they might flip out on you and so like that. So they was walking around like that. And the mom said, well, nobody saying nothing to me. I said, you probably giving that energy that you didn't want to be bothered. Like, it reads off the energy in your body. So I was like, okay, it's either you clueless or you just don't really care or you just blocking that out, thinking that it's not an issue. There's everybody else is the issue, but you, because you doing all this stuff. And since you doing all this stuff, they had to be the reason in the issue. And that's that. I was like, okay, mom. Okay. What you know about the mom when she came in and how clueless she was at the beginning?
I could understand why she was so clueless, because if y'all have spent your entire life not saying nothing to her,
Yeah.
why would she know that there's a problem? So no,
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that she was completely shocked and clueless, because if y'all have never said anything to me, how am I supposed to know? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she got a point. Couldn't be
I mean,
me, but I guess she got a point. Couldn't be me.
all right. So she talked about a little bit the mom, and then she was rating. Iyanla asked Erica about the rating of her husband. How's the relationship with your husband in the house and everything? Because I know it's difficult with having a husband, and you got your grown kids in the house, and I know you probably want to do freaky dicky do the house, and you can't do freaky dicky if you want to because you're grown children in the house and you got baby them, all that stuff. And Iyanla asked her for rated from I think 0 to 5 or 1 to 5, and she rated a 3. No, who she rated? Yeah, she rated a 3, and he rated a 4. Yeah, she rated a 3, and it was like, okay, oh, you halfway out the door, halfway this, like what it is, like you want. She's not feeling the love from her husband anymore. She didn't really get the spark like she wanted to. It's like she don't really have a partner next to her side who is helping her with decisions and doing things, and so it's everything falls on her back and everything. So she missed that. She don't have the man leading and doing stuff. So it's hard for her to calm down, even focus on anything else because she's doing all the things in the house. And where my partner at? Like I laid down and had these 2 children by myself. Like, where's my partner at? And that's what she's doing that now. And according to him, it was overwhelming for him because he didn't know all this stuff was going on. Like he probably was knowing, but he just chose to stay in the background. Like he said, he isolated himself. So he knew the issue was there. He just ain't decided to deal with that. So it was overwhelming. And Iyanla said, listen, you got to be the man in the house. You got to lead the pack. I'm going to take you home for now. If overwhelming, think about the things I tell you to think about. And if you decide you don't want to come back, it's up to you. But if you come back, know that it's a good thing and we're going to help you, all that stuff. So you got to get him to go because he looked like he was about to, it was like pounding. He was looking, oh my gosh. Because it was about the drunkenness. Having arguments on nuclear emotions with the wife, breakdown, the drunk out, passed out. Alexa, her youngest daughter, passing out drunk in the car, driving her car to the ditch, and nobody saying anything about that. She got flat tires, and she was drinking, and that he realized he's drinking himself, and his father was drinking, and he didn't really deal with it. That's what he learned not to deal with stuff because he had to deal with that. So it was overwhelming for the father. So you gotta say, you gotta go home. Go home and deal with that. And so, what's your thoughts about the father, his overwhelmingness, and he rated as a 4 of the relationship about. Yeah, he don't want to leave, but at the same time, he don't know how to handle it. It's like it's a lot, and she rated at 3. So, what you think about the disconnect between those two, and how each of them handle it?
I mean, it makes perfect sense when you think about it. If you tell me that what you want from me is someone to provide for you and take care of you, he did that. That's what you asked for. He did what you asked for. Now, the fact that you set your bar so low to say, "Oh, I just want somebody to provide for me," so in his mind, he happy. He like, everything's going the way I want. She says she wants somebody to provide. I provided.
I provided.
She don't want it. Look, she want to do everything herself. She's a control freak, so I let her have it. In his mind, he fine. Like, so I understand how he could be completely oblivious when, if someone says do this, this, and this for me, and then they do it. Why would they know that there's a problem? Why would they? This is what you asked of him. That's what he did. If you said, "Oh, I just want to do it all myself," yeah, that gives him tons of free time to, mind his business and do what he want to do, because you're a control freak, so you took over control. But I do find it interesting that they went to therapy multiple times,
counseling,
and all that he got out of therapy was, "Oh, well, I just do whatever she wants to do, and that's just it, and that's what I do." That's what you got out of therapy?
That's what I'm saying.
Give her way and let her do what she want. Okay. Yeah. And then it was funny because she was unhappy and he was like, "But this is what you asked for. Like, you wanted me to provide. I provide you." Like, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not happy. I don't feel the romance. Where's the relationship?" I was like, did she ask him for that? Because I mean, if you tell somebody I want these things and they do it, why would they think that there's a problem? They wouldn't. Yes. They doing what you asked of them. So I agree. This was 100% the mom's fault. Not 100. 99% the mom's fault. 99% the mom's fault.
Okay. Yeah, so Iyanla had a talk with the daughters, and they want the mom to respect their decisions and let them express themselves and say things, and while her being combative and argumentative and all that stuff, and also want to speak up because they're afraid and stuff. And so Iyanla was trying to get Erica to let them know, it's like, you gotta give your daughters permission to say things. You gotta be open for the feedback from your daughters about what they're experiencing from you. You may not experience yourselves. You may not think that it was abusive and stuff like that, but you got to understand this is the reality. This is reality. This is what you have been doing. And for years, they be silent, and they silent. It speaks volumes. And kids is being silent, and you thinking that everything is okay, and now you come in the process thinking that it's not, and it's all on you. Now she just gotta handle that. Take it like a champ. So like that. So when they sat down, they had mommy-daughter time with Iyanla, and they was discussing things, and how Lenani was saying that she just feel like the mom, she just don't want to listen. Sometimes don't want to listen to her, though inspired or encouraged. Every time I have a conversation, every time I'm trying to say something to you, you just walk around like I'm non-existent. It's like, so all right. So I said, and she said, "Wow, you could have still say something to me." I said, "How? How can they say something?" And all stuff. So, and then also, Iyanla was asking, when they go get the house? You gotta get them something. Like, you gotta get them something. It's like a part of the problem, maybe why she might be frustrated and she just can't deal with this and all that stuff. She got just 2 grown adults in the house. And yes, the pandemic happened. I mean, she got her mom away, so why she can't tell her daughters to go away so well too? So it was like, yes, it's like, okay. So when that happened, so Lexi, the youngest one, she said, "Well, I have been dating a guy, And this is the face. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it enlarged it. Because while Lexi would tell her story, the mom was rolling her eyes, cockeying and everything. Ooh. Oh, you can't do that. It's not. Well, it won't go no larger, y'all. Don't know why. Let me see. The mom was on her eye because she said she was dating for a man for 3 months, but she met him before the pandemic. So I guess they was friends and they was talking for a while, and then they actually made it official, I guess, during the pandemic, and they made it good. And she met the family. They took her in. She's very happy, and she didn't say nothing that made her mom feel like she was that she was unhappy that she was being abused or something like that. I mean, I guess for the time being, in 3 months. But that was like, okay. But then you want to move in with the guy and y'all living together. I was like, it's at your house. So you accomplish one thing, but at the same time, she is a grown adult. You can't police her relationships. So she want to move with her man at the thing, even though mom was like, no. And he had to say, what the faces? What the faces? She said, how do you feel that your daughter said she's going to move out? She's happy. She said, well, yeah, I like it and everything, but I didn't like that. I didn't know. Because she said, I'm usually the last to know. And I usually don't know things the last minute. I said, it's because they're not comfortable to even tell you anything. That's the reason. So it was funny about that. And I was like, oh, snap. And that's it was sitting there. And I said, oh, okay. Here she go, rolling her eyes. I mean, that was funny. I was like, even though I was whispering to my, I said 3 months and you moving in with them. I was like, that's kind of quick. I said, that's too much. But I was like, okay. I think the lesson was that she's a grown adult. You can't police what she is, and you just gotta deal with that. You gotta make her fall. I mean, if she does come back to the house, she come back to the house. I got that point ever because said, "No, you go out this house. You ain't come back here. You might make it work." So, how you feel about that scene? Oh, Tracy.
I have mixed feelings about this scene. Mm-hmm. One, if my child told me I'm moving in with somebody who I've only been dating for 3 months over my dead body, is gonna be my statement. You don't know them people. You're going to end up on an episode of Snapped. I ain't got time for you in this. Because that sounds like a Snapped episode to me. 3 months? No, sorry, bye.
Yeah, that was quick, though. I thought she was
3 months. Wait, 3 months, and we've been dating during a whole panini. Like, nah, but okay. I just don't see that. Okay. But you know what? Then again, maybe I wanted you to get up out my house. Oh, maybe.
I deal with it.
Maybe. But I promise you, I was like, 3 months. 3 months. I've been dating for 3 months. How would I feel about my child moving with somebody who I don't know, I've never met, I've never heard of until now?
I know why she went with
my daughter at that. Yeah. And she hasn't met the dad. The man ain't met nobody. Like, if something happened to you, how am I know where you at? What happened? How am I going to know? I don't know this person. So I was kind of with the mom looking crazy and cross, like 3 months is a little quick. But I do understand you need to let them grow up. She needs to be grown, and she's not going to if you just sit around and baby her. You know, you don't let her stick up for herself. You don't let, and sometimes you need to let someone fall so that they can experience life. So I was like, okay, I understand. But I did think 3 months was a little quick.
No, you ain't the only one. I was like, okay. I said, yeah, that is quick. You gonna move in with him?
After 3 months, I was like, And he now it'd be different if it's 3 months. You know him, you know his whole family. Like, okay, cool. You know, if something happened, I don't know who house to run up on. Mm-hmm. I don't even know who house to run up on. Like, I ain't met nobody.
I ain't know that.
Exactly. Like, ooh, if something happened, I have to call 911 to your apartment. Do I know where you live? Do I know this man's last name? Do I have a description of him to get the police? No. But okay, girl, you do what you want to do. But I was like, does he know that you drink this much? But that's neither here nor there. I'm getting off topic.
Yeah.
I do appreciate them sitting the mom down and saying, like, listen, we need you to understand this is what it does. And I don't think that's emotionally abusive. And they were like, yes, it is.
It is.
Reel it back in. Yes, it is. So you're in a room with somebody, won't talk to them, making them feel uncomfortable. But you think that's fine? I do like they held her feet to the fire and didn't just let her get uncomfortable and say, oh, no, that this is wrong. But I am nervous. But that Polo baby moving in with that person, she only knew 3 months. But hopefully, that works out well. But that was all.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me see what else. Yeah, it wasn't too much after that. Yeah, it wasn't too much after that. I think the last thing they had talked about was the husband and the mom getting together and having a common ground, and they got to come understanding, because at the end of the day, once your kids leave the house, it's y'all two together. So you got to repair and rebuild your relationship and be friends and have sex, whatever. Or something. Y'all made that reference throughout the whole episode. I said, yeah, bang out, shoot, in your house.
You know what? I've noticed that a lot of people, once their kids get grown and out the house, they get divorced. Because their common goal was raising their children. And now they ain't friends no more. They don't like each other no more. They don't really know each other anymore. Because they know themselves as, I'm mom, your dad. And now they don't have that dynamic. And maybe her crutch was having her kids there. Because then, even though they grown, she still is mom on a day-to-day basis. He still is dad on a day-to-day basis. And he still could treat them like kids. So maybe, just maybe, that was her way of, not having to change. But at the end of the doggone day, honey, that mama's a whole mess.
Yeah, she is. Let me see. Yeah, so it's like she feared the losing the love. So they came to common ground that he will be more present and be more forthcoming. And also they would check each other. Like he would check her if she go overboard, and she would check him when he just falls back in the background. No, you're the man in the house. Lead up. Shoot. Bring some of that military training back on here. So like that. And really good in the house. And I guess they're gonna have a common ground. And then after that, they both say, oh, I'm five. I said, y'all five that quickly? Okay. I guess y'all five that quickly. Y'all know your daughter might get out the house. So Lonnie said she gonna make a plan and effort. Oh, she said, I guess I have to make a plan. I said, yes, you gotta make a plan, girl, to get out the house. When you gonna try to date the house all the time? And like she had she said, I guess I gotta make a plan. I said, no, ain't no guess. You had to make a plan. It's like that. So
look, COVID restrictions is lifting. They starting to fly again. So hopefully she get her airline stewardess job back. And then she could go on back to, having her own little life, flying around the world as a stewardess. But okay, girl. But I did like that the dad did say, like, I'm committed to making this work. Like, it wasn't like, oh, this is terrible and I'm out.
Yeah, he wanted to.
Because a lot of times you'll find the wife is more willing to stay and fight for the marriage, and the husband is like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, though. I'll pass. So I do like that he was like, no, like, I'm 100% in this, and I really want this to work. So I like that.
Yes. Yeah, I like it too. So it was good. It was a good hour episode and everything. I thought it would be 2 hours, but I said they didn't have to stress it out that much. I think this is one of the episodes that it was straight to the point. It was there. It was about the mom, everything, even though they could have dived down deeper with the alcoholism, but I think they did mention that we all collectively need to control our alcohol and also get help in that in sobriety. So at least take the effort. So we all probably need to go to AA meetings together or something like that. It's something, and put a stopper. It takes discipline and encouragement. So if I put the drink down, you put the drink down, that, and we all can check each other out as long as we can to stop and make be sobriety. So because we can't all be drunks in the house. So okay, we can't all be drunks and functional alcoholics. So I guess that's their plan is, and they seem like doing better. I think Patrick at the end, they said Patrick and Erica is doing better with their conversations and communication. They're working together and stuff. Lexi, I think they said Lexi moved in with the man and all that stuff, and Lilani, I forgot what they said about Lilani. I think she's still something. I forgot. Yeah, I saw her last night. I forgot that, but it seems like they're doing better. The husband and wife is doing better in this state of age. So that was Iyanla Fix My Life, y'all. You got any last little comments on that before we move on to what was the next one? Marriage at First Sight Decision Day.
Oh gosh.
Yes, y'all. That was that, but it was a good episode, y'all. It was a good 1 hour episode. Yeah, y'all watch it, and y'all will be good on it. And y'all might come up with some stuff that I probably missed, but it was straightforward. So
I know y'all gonna drag me over my Porsha comments, but I think y'all might just gonna have to drag me over my Married at First Sight comments too, because I got them.
All right, so Married at First Sight, y'all. You know, they're gonna be blocking our faces, y'all. So there we go. It's the last time we're gonna have these people's faces, and now it's live.
Oh no, not the last. You're not. Wait. You're not.
Oh, the reunion. Yeah, we're gonna talk about
the follow up.
The reunion, yes, we'll do the reunion, and we'll talk about that. So that ain't the last time. I don't know why I jumped ahead. I'm trying to end the show real quickly, but yes, the last couple episodes was boring, and that's why I didn't really talk about it lately. So I said, okay, it is what it is. But decision day, that's what we were always waiting for. Decision day. Now, I would say was saying no to everyone, but even though I knew most of them will say yes and stay together. I know Haley and Jacob. Oh, I'm jumping ahead, y'all. But y'all prediction was no for everyone, but I knew some of them would say yes. So I was like, I was being naive and say that, but I just was done with it. So I said to say no for everyone. But I knew some of them will say yes in the process. So let's go on with Ryan and Clara.
Oh.
That was a big.
Yes, you're welcome.
Ryan, right here. Put his name right here. He's the bottom left. And Clara right here, the top right. So things that came on this thing, he always say for sure. You know, that's his common word, for sure, for sure, for sure. And he said they came in and said, oh, we've been a good fit. Y'all matched as well. I could pick anybody better. It's that it would like it, it love it. I said, okay, we need to we learn how to be effective communicators and stuff. I said, oh, really? Okay. And we got to effectively communicate. I learned how Ryan talk. But one thing that he did say, and I did watch Bondi, I agree with that and that also like that, where she was saying that he's saying that, well, we're called to me. You got to chip away. You got to keep chipping away. You got to keep chipping away of me to get me to the point that I can say I love you and I can say this and want that. So it makes it on his terms. That's basically what we find out when he said he got control and he got a routine when we first met him. So it's just like how he wanted his little marriage. Like it got to be kind of his way. And yes, like his little Clara, but I think he's staying with Clara because Clara is willing to go with his speed and not staying up. But they did mention that how she's an alpha female, he's an alpha male, and how they click well, so like that. And oh yeah, she won't go along with everything, but it seems like she has been going on with stuff that you want. Yes, she has a voice, but she ain't expressing everything to her. And then sometimes at that point when you push long enough, you retreat, and she would retract back. So it's like, okay, Clara, you're losing yourself a little bit. That's why everybody keeps saying you was losing yourself and lying. And the intimacy, we still don't know what level of engagement he gonna get that. I would say, listen, y'all say yes at the decision day. Well, I'm gonna blow it. They both say yes. I said that's the perfect time to smash, but oh well, I guess that's not gonna happen because he still's like, okay, for sure. Yes. And chipping away in his relationship. They said this could have been a healthy relationship. I said because you have been bad people in the past. So this is your most stable, good one that you had that was the healthiest, good relationship. It's not perfect, but at the same time, this is the best one you had. So you don't have no one else you compare it to. So you could that's what you say it was the healthiest and better relationship you ever had. And Ryan, I don't know about him. It was like his last relationship, he never said I love you for 2 years. So I don't know how long will you wait, Clara, for him to even say I love you. But Yes, they decided to stay together. And I said, okay. And I said, right, if I would clap, I would whip that shirt off. I said, we better do something now because we, I ain't see your shirt all this time. You better show me something and do something. But, and I did make reference that she wanted to get something, but he always said, I said, lying, he's a tightwad, everything. But what's your thoughts about Lion and Clower?
That she's a fool, and
Yes, she is completely.
that I don't know why this man is playing with me, because he is, let's say, I don't want to say he's a virgin, but he definitely gives me, I can't work nothing, so I'm afraid she gonna leave me. But okay, girl, okay, whatever you say, whatever you want to do. I would definitely look at it side eye, twice way if they still together come this reunion, cause I don't see it. But okay, I mean, I guess if they like it, I love it. But I was so like, when they asked him to give his like decision, and he started talking about himself, I was like,
Yeah, I
oh
was like, and
no,
he could say, I said, can you heavy up? I was holding my eyes. I said, heavy up, man.
no, 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 no. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the
Yeah,
foolishness. And then this Joker didn't come with nothing. I was like, oh, see, I should have known.
for
Should have
real.
freaking known.
Yeah. Where Renee at? I know she got some good thoughts about this show. I hear coming. Let me see. All right, so I was done with those two. I said, okay, that was the first yes of the night. Yeah, I'm going to order how they did the show because I don't really care about switching the orders up. So Jacob and Haley. I think we all knew who their decision was going to be. When Jacob left that freaking vacation house that quickly and he said deuces to everyone and he said bye to no one, we already know he was done with everything. He was like, I'm not staying here. There's no collect $200. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm waiting for a decision day and I'm going to say no. Well, he said good. They are good today. And you know, she's up here sitting there, she was smiling and happy. I said, girl, I know she's smiling. She's smiling because she knows she's gonna get out of the situation. She's like, she gonna get out of it. So like, yes, because you normally this is the longest person you ever stayed with because most of the people you hit and ditch. So, but you can't do that with this person. Say you never had a connection.
Now you hit and ditch.
Yeah, yes.
Now you hit and ditch.
That's how she be doing stuff. And she said, "Oh yes, we had a good time. The honeymoon, everything was great, all that stuff." But that's it. And we had to learn to communicate, understand each other. And Jacob was sitting there and said, "Okay, whatever." And she would say it was too heavy. I said, "Man, too heavy." It was too heavy. We had the fun in between. It was too much. I was making the most effort and everything. Yes, at times she did make effort to communicate. And at times, yeah, he shut down. But I think he shut down because he knew you was not attracted to him. You just checked out on him. It's like, that's it. So why go put effort for someone what I know deep and down inside don't want me? Well, we can talk about
Absolutely.
yeah, so don't want me. So we knew he checked out and everything. So I was like, girl, and they couldn't connect. So Pastor Cal said, listen, if Haley said she want to make this work, and I don't know why she would say that, but I said if
I
she
was
did say
so
that,
mad at him for this.
yeah, if she said she want to make it work, and what you said, he said, no, listen, what's up, bro? Hey, Sunday, what's up? And he was like, nah, I think we had 8 weeks. We had 8 weeks to make this work, and then connect this 8 weeks. That after the first week, at the first couple of days of that honeymoon, we was good, and after that, she just backtracked and this disconnect from me. We ain't making it work. 8 weeks, that was enough time for me to decide, no, it's not happening. And she said, yeah, I agree with that decision. I'm going on our separate ways, and that's that. And I said, oh, you know what I was thinking in my mind when she said no? I was like, ooh, we'll check on number 8. I said, let's get that house. Let me get that house so you can build me a freaking sauna and pool and shit.
What?
I deal with that shit. I deal with that. I deal with the sauna. I deal with the pool. I deal with the weight room. You go with your hands.
I love the 80s. Come on.
I jumped on it. Yeah, she could change his outfit because he was willing to change his outfit, so it wasn't that big of a deal. He would have dressed differently. I would say, listen, I'll give Jacob a chance. Shit. He's not a bad looking dude. He just wants someone to love him, and he would give his all for someone he loves. And like you said, I think Paige would have been best fit for him, but that didn't happen. So I was like, girl, I would jump on the chance. I said, girl, you messed that. She said, oh, if I say yes, I'll be settling. I said, settle for what, girl? Settling. He got everything you was hoping for, girl. It's like, what the hell are you talking about settling? You settling for the life you live now. That's what you have been doing. You've been single for 7 years. You settling, girl. According to me, Jacob was an upgrade to you, but oh well.
Exactly.
Upgrade.
Like, listen here, Karen. I know you ain't calling yourself saying you settling. You don't get yourself on somewhere, Karen.
Well,
because you are 100%. You Karen Jr. because your mama Karen Senior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I was so happy when he was like, when Pastor Kyle was like, oh, well, she decided she wanted to stay. Would you stay? He was like, no, she's had 8 weeks, so no. I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't sit here and try to make that man feel guilty like he should be peer pressure into wanting to stay with her. No, let that heifer go. Bye. Bye-bye.
Well, I was like, sure. And I said, listen, and I did listen to one of my YouTubers that I watched, Simply Sakana, and she was saying, listen, I think it was her. Oh, Jacobs. Oh, Bondi. Somebody said that he will be, after the show, people will be hitting him his DM, say he will be, somebody will find him and want to snatch him up. Like I said, I was ready to snatch him up. He don't float my boat. Shit. I deal with that, man. I deal with that. I said we could do better. If the sex was whack, if she didn't want to say what the issue was, I say I don't think the sex was whack. I think you just had the sex, you enjoyed it, but you were enjoying too much, but you didn't care for him because you was attracted to him, so you had to create all these issues so you could make this life miserable. I said, girl, Jacob will find someone, and hopefully he will get someone that will like him.
If Jacob's single, tell Jacob I said, what's goody? No.
What's goody? I know y'all.
I can't, but if I could, I would. But I'm just saying, what's good with you? Because I need a pool. I need a beach in my backyard. I need a man that's good with his hands. I'm gonna shut up before I get karate chopped in the throat. But still,
I did. Yes, you're right. Sure, girl, she messed up. I said, hope finally he find someone who can deal with her. Because Lord knows somebody would snap with Jacob.
She gonna be 80 years old with 30 cats. That heifer gonna be right there with her Karen so neat.
And she gonna think about it today. I should just work it out with
Jacob. Should have stayed with Jacob. No, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. Hashtag Team Jacob.
Well, that guy builds things. Shit, he could have built your own room if you need a break from them. Shit.
True. He could build you a nice little she shed out in the backyard. You could have your wine with your friends out there minding your own daggone business.
Well,
but okay, heifer.
He's a laid back dude. He don't bother you. He just wants the love. And you can hang out with your friends. He's not Eric. He ain't gonna be like, oh, don't mess with us. He just wants someone to love him. Give him a little loving here and there. Give him hugs. Give him little kisses. All that stuff like that. He'd be fine. Sure. He just wants the minimum. That's what he wants. But he just wants someone to really love him. So.
Exactly. True. That joke. He wants companionship. That's what he wants. He wants a companion. He doesn't want a relationship. He wants a companion. He wants a life partner to do things with. Leave that man be. If I was single, I would have definitely slid in his DMs. But for Bill Gates, I'm single though.
Oh my God. Yes. All right. So they made this couple third. Well, I want to know why they made this couple third. They made it last, but I guess they just would get them out the way. So we're going to talk about them now because that was the order I said I was going to do with the show. Chris and Paige. Theatrical.
Oh.
Yes.
Throwing tomatoes.
Yes. Chris, this is Paige right here, this is Chris right here. So they sat down, like, mind you, y'all, this whole process, as what we're going to talk about, went for 6 hours. So imagine I'm sitting there as a freaking coach, sitting there for 6 hours doing this reaction between Chris and Paige. And I know after they finished, they was like, whew. So they first asked him, what was what's the best moments you had? The best things, or stuff like that. He said, the pool. I said, the pool? That's when you freaking told her that you was done with her. That's like that. Like, the basketball. That's when he, what was he announced that time? The basketball? About the McCall? No, he said that was a Bible study. He said something to basketball that it was another thing, that moment. He broke up with her that time, and then he had the pool, and he invited the pool, and then he said, oh no, we can't do this anymore. And I said, yeah, that was a double time. He broke up with her. So I said, that was the best moments? And he said, Bible scripture. Oh, that's a connection we had. We had a connection that was not physicality. That's the same time when you mentioned that you bought the freaking baby mama a car, or your soon-to-be baby mama a car. So all that time was the best time you could think of that you mentioned that was the best time with you and Paige. I said, okay. And then, here go Paige. She said, yeah, everything was so possible with Chris, and he was so simple, and he got the potential for everything, and I just because he was a goal player, and I just was wanted to hope that he would give us a chance in the process of the relationship, and he just ain't going down this. I have my mind set up, but now everything is, I just don't know because he's saying the right things that I want to say. I said, girl, the best boy. She said, yeah, I knew the connection was off between us, but I just thought things would be better and everything. And he sat there with the freaking theatrics, and he was like, oh, yeah, I just was saying that she was the best person I never gave a chance to, and she was there for me, she was loyal, and I should have gave us a chance, and it was all stuff, and I don't want to go here and have my mind set up, and now I don't have my mind set up. She's sitting here and all that stuff, and I just want to say that Mercedes got a miscarriage. I can't take this anymore. And just ran out the thing, walked out the thing, and she said, "Oh, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go." I said, "You gotta go where?" As soon as that happened,
Tweedledum.
I said in my mind when I did, I would say, "He left out the door." I said, "Yeah, give us the divorce paper right now. Let me sign it. Chris is the B, and I'm out of here." I said, "No, I don't want to deal with this. They leave you high, by a little. Yes, the miscarriage. I'm sorry that happened, but I'm out of here. Bye, boo. I'm out. Done. We don't have to say no more. He's done. He come back. He find his couch empty because I'm out of here. I signed the papers. I'm gone. Don't contact me. I'm out the show. That's it." I would have had a major theatrics where he left at that freaking house, freaking church, freaking crying about that miscarriage. I would have been done with right then and there. But she said, oh, she ran out of him. He said, "I just don't know why I did this to you. I just worry about your mental health and all that stuff." And so they came back. He said, so they were saying, what's going on? So Dr. Viviana, Dr. Pepper was care for him. Pastor Cal was looking at him. Dr. Viviana said, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. It's not like you coming here saying this like you was playing us. You trying to play her, trying to get commotions, all that stuff. He just all getting bulked of Dr. Viviana. He said, Chris, stop that. Stop that, Chris. You can't do it. I was like, girl. And he was getting all upset, pissed off. And I said, that's the Christmas snow. See, he didn't change. And then she said, what's the decision? Oh, we undecided. I said, well, he said we undecided. They always like, no, nah. Viviana said, no, we're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. It's either yes or no. What we doing here? What we doing? He said, if I say we undecided, we can't make the decision right now. I said, no. And all that stuff. She said, and then he said there, and she was smiling. She was like, she's in hard. And she said, and then after a while, then she started having a breakdown. She said, no. I made my mind up when I first came to the process, but not everything he said, but the miscarriages and stuff like that, the stuff I wanted to hear, and he said everything I wanted to hear, and also, and now I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. And just walked out the day, and I was like, oh my God, mind you, this went out for 6 hours, y'all. So it was like they were talk production, everything came back, and they said, listen, what's your decision? And he sat there. He was waiting for a decision. He was hoping. He knew that she probably was going to say yeah. And one down that happened. So he said, you know what? Yeah, I'm glad everything happened and all that stuff like that. There was a train in the world. I thought God put us together to do this marriage and all that stuff like that. But realized I know that all the stuff that we went through, it was too much, and I think it's not going to change. So you know what? I need to think about myself. I need to think about my mental health, and I think about me, and I choose me. And so I'm going to choose the divorce. That boy's face was like, oh. I did all the theatric for you to say no? I did this theatric for you to say no? Yeah, that was his mind that he was saying that. He didn't say that, but he was looking at her like, she said no. And Dr. Rihanna, they said, yes, and they was happy. She said no. Well, I mean, they was really happy. I know people down inside, they was happy, but they would say, you know what? You got to think about yourself. I'm glad you think about yourself and all that stuff like that. And that's that. Things was changed. So, Tracy, I know you were making faces. What they tell you think about Chris and Paige? Yes, I animated that whole scene, y'all. It was 6 hours. So, keep that in mind. It was 6 hours.
Number one, lies. Dr. Viviana and Dr. Pepper wanted Chris. They fought for Chris to come on this show. They picked Chris. So, not at all. Oh, no. Dr. V, you get all the smoke you deserve because this is who you wanted so bad. So now you got him. Enjoy it. But I promise you, when I sat there and was like, wait, hold on. Did he just have a whole fake breakdown, tear, crying moment because she had a miscarriage? But I really now want to be with Paige because she was the best thing I never cherished. And this heifer took 6 hours to come in. I wanted to knock her block off. I was like, I know you did. I was like, I know we is not going through all of this for what? He's embarrassed you on national TV. How many times you gonna play a fool for somebody who you've known for all of 5 hot minutes? What? Okay. Let's try this one more time. The way that would have went down, out of WWE kicked him in the back of his throat. And then the fact that she walked out there with that little thin dress on, and you see she was cold, and then he gives her the jacket once they get back inside. Like, once it's inside and it's warm now you gonna give me your jacket? Like, it ain't cold out here? Oh, okay, you tried it. I was like, I don't know who this fool think he is, but out of WWE, off the couch, off the arm of the couch, jumped and kicked him in the back of his throat. I was like, I know you lying. 6 hours for what? For this? For you? You been talking me crazy? Acting crazy? And the fact that he talked to Dr. Viviana crazy? Like, she said what we was all thinking, but I promise you the whole time he was talking, and Pastor Cal was just looking like, I know he did. I know you lying. And he just laughing like, I know he lied. Oh, he trying it today. Oh, he trying it. He trying it for the cameras. He turning it up for the cameras. I guess he gonna give y'all some good TV. But I personally feel like because Dr. Viviana and Dr. Pepper picked Chris, they fought for Chris to stay, that they shouldn't be allowed to pick people next season. They shouldn't. They should have to forfeit their turn of picking people and just let Pastor Cal pick people. Because the people Pastor Cal picked and was his premium picks were not bad people. I'd went with him because he definitely tried it. Like, I couldn't stand Chris.
What's going on?
Gets on my nerves.
That thing was crazy. And she said it was a hard decision. That was stuff like that. And I was like,
hard decision, hard. Where is
that one thing? Once I walked in, I said, no, we don't have to sit down. No, that's it. I'm out of here. Or once he walked out that figure to a client, I would have said that what I said earlier. my response will be. It would be either go one or two ways. But she said no.
Where is Paige's tribe? Where is
That's
her family? Where is her friends? Forget that. Paige, what church do you go to so I can make sure to never step foot in that church? Give me the tea, sis. Let me know. Let me know who not to hang around, what church not to go to, who not to be friends with, because whoever got you thinking this is a good idea needs to be shot and beat.
Well,
It took me 6 hours to come up with whether or not I wanted to get divorced. You mean divorced from the person y'all done been broke up with for 3-4 weeks now? I was like, Chris ain't slick or stupid. Chris was trying to get in them draws one more time. Chris ain't crazy. Say what you want to. Chris is not crazy. Chris was trying to get him a little yang, a little thing, a little, Chris trying to do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Chris is trying to do. Get on my doggone nerves.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh. I said, we went through this. And then they said last night was crazy, but then the next day, y'all had the same clothes. I said, ain't no next day. That was the same day. Y'all did that whole decision day in one day. Don't try to act like y'all ain't changing no clothes. So it was no last night. It was that 6 hours that y'all had. Y'all took a little break, and then y'all went to the last two people. But
here's my thing. I wonder what if they filmed it, right? And they were technically the last people to film. So technically, if it rolled over past midnight, it is the next day. I mean, technically, I guess
that is true.
Spin it like 6 hours. If I start filming at 6 p.m. because it was dark when he went outside crying about the baby.
It was dark.
It was dark. So I was like, okay. What if it just spilled over to like midnight, 1 a.m. filming session or whatever?
And they still say last night. And I was like, yes, they got the same clothes on. So what last night come for?
I was like, I know you lying. I was like, I know this is one of those. Oh, I just sat here and cried with production. I was like, where is your tribe? Where is your mama? Where is your friend? Where's your good girlfriends that was at the doggone ceremony telling you that they think that this man is like not all the way right? Where they at? Because they could have told you that this was not gonna work, sweetie. 6 hours crying about this fool. I wanted to punch her in her. You know what? Ooh, I was like, her. The women on this show and their lack of self-respect for themselves, because my dignity would not have allowed me to.
Either.
My self-respect would not have allowed me to.
As that Chris get his feelings hurt in these Facebook groups. Oh yes, I know they dragging him to film. Yeah,
as they should.
Yes, they should. Well, all right, y'all. Let's get to the next person. But yeah, that theatrical was all. And there was a third person. I said, yeah, I could have ended with them. But I said, nah, they had to get there out the way. Because they thought it was going to be an easy come and go. They didn't know it was going to be that long. Eric in Virginia was next.
The pilot and the drunk.
The pilot and the drunk. Yes, basically. Basically, he said, well, I know I'm not her number one in her life and everything, and I'm the husband. I should be the number one. I say, granted, yes, you should. But at the same time, y'all just known each other for 8 weeks. Yes, you got married. Eventually, you will be her number one. But she knew her friends were the time. That's what I say. That's what I'm saying.
Vodka will always be her number one. Vodka is her number one.
Yes. So it's like her number one. She knew her friends for a long time. And she just met you 8 weeks and everything. And y'all relationship hasn't been all up and up and up. It's been up and down, crazy. So it was like, I get it. But yes, eventually, yes, if y'all stay married, y'all gonna be married. You gotta be your number one, and she's number one now.
He don't want his marry a liquor store.
That's what I'm saying.
She can marry the liquor store.
Shit, if you want her to be happy, you better call Jake with a bill of figure wine seller downstairs, a liquor store, and she'll be happy. She won't go nowhere.
Listen, listen. This is how they fix it, right? Eric, all you gotta do is call and pay Jacob. Tell him, listen, in the backyard, I need you to build like a little mini nightclub, okay, with some stream lights, a couple seats, a nice cool liquor cabinet, some nice chilled drinks. And some red Solo cups because she can't get no glasses because she seemed the type that break glasses when she get drunk. Okay. right in the backyard. And then you need to put a little kitty fence around the pool so she don't slip, fall, and drown because she that
Yes.
type of simpleton. So okay, just build her a nice little thing where she can go with her friends, party and chill. Wait, and then above the little bar have a little loft. So when she pass out drunk, she can get her own doggone house drunk.
Yes.
I pass out on people's couches. Pass out at home drunk.
Yes. Good.
Fool.
Yes. Call her mother, build it up. That's how you can make her stay in the house. Cause sure. He said he don't want her heart broke again. I said, listen, it's part of life. We all get our heart broken every time there. We cannot escape that. We can't control. Yes, we could try to control as much as we can about our heartbreaks. But once you get a relationship, once you get with someone else, we all is not perfect. So heartbreak, what happened? You just gotta come to the point where you deal with someone who will love you enough to help build and mend it and make it more highs than lows in your relationship. And work through the bad times when you love each other.
Eric looked like he, in that picture right there, Eric looked like he deserved to be on an episode of Snap. He deserved to be
He looked
careful.
like,
I
yes,
mean, Virginia better be careful because he looked like, I snapped, I went crazy, and I drowned her in the pool. And then I flew to Dubai, never to be seen from again. I don't know.
I can take a plane in 2.45 seconds. Sure. She can't drown. She drowned in 2.5 seconds. I took the plane 2.45 seconds. Do the math. I
Okay,
do it.
all he gonna pull a Carol Basket. He gonna slide past and push her out the side into the body of water, never to be seen from again. Got it. But he definitely looked like an episode of Snapped in this picture.
And you notice that this episode, I don't know. I think she went along with the lie because she was like, listen, I got an older husband. I got a man who will take care of me. He's gonna make money on us. He got bank on and stuff. So I didn't do that because during the time, I don't think she was really intimate with what the hell he was saying. She was like, oh, okay. Just kept looking. And no, let me take this band off so I can show my face. Like, all right. She was like, she really had no really smile on her face. She just kept looking at him when he was talking, all that stuff. I can't deal with anybody else. I love you. You just the one, all that stuff like that. I need you to be the one. It's everything. You in my life. It's all that stuff. I don't want nobody else. And stuff like that. And she was like, okay. Throughout the whole time, she was making like that. Say that. She said, okay. He was mainly talking. And she was like, all right. He got down one knee. I ain't gonna make y'all long. He got down one knee. He proposed to her. He asked her father in hand in marriage, and he said yes. She said, Eric, yes. I said, oh. And she said, I just don't know how the process is and all that stuff because he was worried because he don't know what she would say. But I was like, most of us knew that she probably would say yes anyway. So it was like,
we did.
No, I don't do that. I said no. I thought she was gonna say no. He will say yes, but
me too.
I guess when he went down on one knee, so like I don't know. Maybe she was like, I'll try to give us another chance. I'll try to see how this after this 8 weeks. Maybe we'll get better. If not, then that's it. But she said yes, and he said yes, and they good. And I said, okay, girl. And I was like, yes, she got some things on her that she needs to change, but girl, you don't want him to control every aspects of your life. No. You don't want to say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, this is that, this is that, this is that, this is that. And she was like, she can't say it. And when she says something, that's the up. I said, oh, you lifting me. Oh. Yeah, I remember that. I need to talk about that. But I remember that lift up he did to her. He said, girl, you talk about this song to him one more time, girl. We're going to have a problem. But,
all right,
but they both say yes. So what you thought about
this? This is what I'm going to say. Vodka need AA. She needs an AA meeting. She needs detox in an AA meeting. Like, for definitely sure. But I promise you, I didn't see her staying. I honestly think she only stayed because he like re-proposed to her and said all these nice things and asked her dad's hand in marriage. I think she more so got caught up in the emotion of it and chose to stay. I didn't see her like I seen her not wanting to give up, but I seen her leaving the relationship right up until he did that. And then I was like, oh no, she gonna stay.
Because
He
her face,
suckered her in. Oh, he knew
her
how to
face is
get
not
her.
changing. For real.
Yeah, he knew
Face
how to
was
get her
cold.
back in. That's what he
Her
did.
face-
He knew what he was doing. He got her back in. He
Yeah,
did.
he got.
So do I knock him for it? Absolutely not. Because if she dumb enough to fall for it, then I mean, if you don't want to be there and you stay in there because he said something really nice to you or he asked your dad for, like, okay, so he peer pressured you into staying. Okay, girl.
Saying.
You
Y'all
like it, I love it. You want to stay?
your values, your viewpoints is not on page at most of the time. Your values is not the same. I was like,
It's not even that they're not the same. They're not even close.
close.
Like they're not even
Not
close. I could understand if, we have values, but they're kind of similar, not identical, but kind
Yeah,
of similar. And
kind of
it's
similar and
passable.
compromise.
It's
Yeah,
passable. Like, oh, okay, it's passable. Oh, okay, whatever. But y'all are like apples and oranges. Y'all ain't even apples and oranges. Y'all more like, apples and asparagus. Y'all both start with an
yeah,
A. But
yeah.
y'all niggas,
Not the
but y'all
same.
ain't fruit. Y'all both ain't fruit. Y'all
Well,
apples and asparagus. Like, hmm.
that was
But that
something.
girl, she needs to be in somebody's drunk tank. She needs somebody's AA meeting. Okay, she needs help. She needs help. She needs the
Yeah,
same help that the daughter needed from Iyanla. Fix my life. She need that type of help. Cause I think she probably would. If that girl blowed a .22, then Virginia clearly blows like a .37. Virginia
what
be
you
like two
yes.
steps away from alcohol poisoning every day,
Well,
at all times. Cause
sure.
every time I see her, she drunk. Like,
Yeah,
girl.
she drunk. She probably took a big drink before she came to decision day. She said, "Oh yeah, I gotta sit in front of these people trying to say I'm happy. No, I'm not really happy, but he proposed, and now I gotta be happy." I said,
Virginia, Virginia girl, be careful. Cause Eric looked like, he,
Yeah, he was snap
he
on.
could do an episode of Snap. The way
Well,
the way he be talking to. Shoo. Don't talk. Don't tell anybody. Don't say this to me when the cameras are rolling. Oh,
oh, okay. Sure, I'll be running out of there. I mean,
that.
well, lastly is Brianna and Vincent. Uh, like I said no to everyone, but I think most of it was like they couldn't make it work if they work on things. But then he got to do more work than she is, and she got to work a little bit. But I like what she said. She's not changing how she is and how she responds to things, how direct she could be, and how her tone and stuff like that. She said she can't change that. That's who she is. It's like she
That's
can't
a
change
lie.
how sensitivity you are.
That's a
But
lie.
yeah, that's what I say.
That's a lie.
So they express emotions because he expressive. He was emotive like that, and she's not like that and stuff like that. So they had to work on that. And she said, "Oh yes, his emotions bumps on me because he make me feel softer and all that stuff, and I have to learn and how to communicate and how to deal with him and stuff like that." And I was very independent. I was so independent. It's like that. That's what Virginia said too. She's very independent. That's what she can't rely on someone like that.
She's
Like
a
that.
lie. She's a
Yeah, that's true.
she's codependent on a boxer. She don't
Yeah,
be
she's
her
independent.
codependent box herself up out of
That's
my
what she
face.
said too. And freaking Brianna was like, yes, I very independent, so to have someone to just be there and I had to rely on them and be with them and work with them, it was very hard for me and stuff. And they asked about the tone, and he said, "Oh well, I don't like the direct. It was equal rude." I said, "Ooh." And mind you, you got to figure the shirt that was too tight on you. Your belly was showing, and I was like, "Okay, um, being direct is not rude. It's about how harsh they could be, but but if you want someone and you want to get a direct answer instead of someone who beat around the bush, I'd rather somebody give you a direct answer to beat around the bush. Because I said, you talking in riddles. It's like that. It's direct. Yes, she could be abrasive and harsh, but at the same time, he's too sensitive. So it's like it's hard to gauge that with those two. It's like, because everything she says, he not like he would take it to the fence. Oh, what you mean by that? I don't like what you said. I don't like how you said that. It's rude to me. And it's like, Did she got what's gonna walk in eggshells to say something about you? Because you might blow up all the time, and sometimes he don't say things right then there because it's clearly shown in his face. It clearly shows in his face expressions of how he thinks and stuff like that. Because he can't hide. He's not one of the people who can hide their emotions and stuff. So it's just like that. So long story short, with all that stuff going on, and she said she can't change that. So she was looking at her when he said that. I said, "Oh, snap! He ain't like what you said that. He ain't like what you say that, Brianna, because he was there giving you a freaking stare eye in your freaking face." And she looked at him after she said that. I said, "Oh, they all looking at him too." I said, "Oh, the fact that everybody's looking at him make it seem like I said he goes glow up when she said that." But no, he did that. But then she said, "Yes, I want to be with him." Be with him, and I said, "I can't think of nobody else I could be with." I said, "Okay." And he said the same thing, but he proposed with a cheesecake because she loves cheesecake. And she's like, cheesecake! Yes, I did what you been saying. And I was like, oh. Pastor Kyle said, oh, that's so cheesy. I said, yeah, leave that cheesy alone. It's cute. But it was funny. And I was like, okay. But he wanted to be with her and all that stuff. So they said yes. So I got no more. I said they could have put them freaking third or something like that because they ain't had to end with those two. But I guess I don't know why
they wanted to end it on a positive high note. That's all.
Yeah. Uh-huh. What you think about these two people? Their decision.
You know what? Of all the couples, I knew like they would stay together, and if they both get some therapy, I think that they will be fine together. I don't necessarily say that Vincent is too sensitive because I don't also like to discourage the idea of men being understanding of their emotions, willing to verbally express their emotions, and being emotional. Because you also normally don't see that. You normally see guys like Chris, complete trailer trash about their emotions. So I do appreciate that he vocally expresses his emotions. He could do better at it. There's like he can do better with it. And the same way that he can be, you know, stereotypically speaking, he could be a little more masculine. Brianna could be a little more feminine. Brianna could be a little more softer.
I think he's very masculine. He just has more emotion.
It's not that he's so when I say masculine, I say it masculine in the definition of being able to interpret your emotions internally before you vocalize them externally. Because men normally have a better ability to internally process their emotions and then verbally explain what it is they're feeling.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He don't really have that too much. He wear his heart on his sleeve, and it is what it is about his feelings. Cool, fine. But I definitely do think that he could do better at being able to introspectively look at his emotions and process it. Brianna could also be a little better at not being as analytical about things and taking into consideration someone else's emotions. Because when you are very black and white about things and you take emotions out, it could seem to be harsh or direct or cold.
It does.
And I think it's also because of her career, her job, what she does on a daily basis. It is very, you know, black and white, analytical. So it kind of plays up into it. So I think that they both can bend a little on those aspects. And they'll be fine. They just need to actually get some counseling that'll help them and to communicate better. And they'll be all right, most likely.
Maybe
I mean, as long as she save up her money and get a surrogate, she'll be fine. Because I'm still feeling like he want biological kids. Them still is his biological kids. It's her egg, his sperm. That's their baby. Just have some third party carry it. And she apparently got the money to do so. So she good. She good.
Well, so the group got together in one little last hurrah before they go to their separate lives. They announced their decisions, and when Paige sat there, gave her little speech, all the ladies, people was looking at her, was like, Okay, this is before Chris got there. Chris was the last one to arrive at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, I was going to the prize because everything was and all that stuff. And it just was so much and everything. And because he said all the right things that I wanted him to say, but I just got that short English thing. And I just want to pray for my son and everything. And it just was a hard decision when I was gaming because I had made my mind up. But it was hard. So everybody was like, girl, what was hard about that decision? Like, you don't know how he treated you. So what was so hard? He said, the price was the 6 hours and everything. And it just, I break down and I learned some things I'm not going to say on television because it was stuff that made me think of the perspective on things. And I was like, okay. She said, at the end of the day, she said all that she told him that, yeah, she chose herself. They said, oh, you're good to say choose yourself. That's good and everything. Chris came in, they all was like, they said, why he coming here? I said, he part of the group. They was all looking at her. Evan was like, Evan was disgusted. He was disgusted. And Chris apologized to the group. He apologized to Eric. And he said he messed up. He should have gave it a chance. And he was basically a B. And putting back another word, he was being prick and beating and all that stuff that he should have given it a chance and did things differently and not had this because he knew Paige was all great in the paper and the right person and all that stuff, but he just went on his other head. So that was that. I mean, I don't care about that anymore. That was the last thing. They said their goodbyes, and we're gonna have the reunion next week. I think it's 2 parts. Oh, how was it? Yeah, 2 parts, so they'll break up the group. So it might be 3 in one episode, 2 in another one. So, or 2.5, and then the third episode will go carry on to the next part, and then they'll do the last 2. So, yeah, that was Married at First Sight, y'all. That was the couples. With the reunion. It seemed like some of the previews in the reunion, I said, oh.
That's where the heat gonna be.
Yeah, it was like Chris and Paige go reconcile. I say y'all got divorced and now you gonna reconcile.
So that's the thing. Just because they get divorced doesn't mean they're truly divorced. Because I could file my divorce. I could sign my divorce paper, and he could not sign, and then you just stuck. You still married because the other person didn't sign.
I was like, they go reconcile. I know everybody go, oh, come on, Paige, and I said, oh. But then she lost weight because like she got her braids and all that stuff. So I'm like, we'll see how this goes.
She getting that peen. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cut
it off. I was like, all right, for the reunion, y'all, because I will be here for the reunion and talk about it. All right, so that was Married at First Sight. Excuse me.
Okay, man. So wait, so I know I told you to watch Married at First Sight, but I promise you, Married at First Sight Australia is really good. Yes, I promise. Yes. I promise you it's good. I promise you it's good.
That. Yeah. Watch that. You say September, right? So I'll go watch it. Yeah. Because I thought I saw a preview on it too. But I don't know. I did show the preview on this episode, Decision Day episode. They showed a little snippet preview of Australia is coming up. I said, all right, I can't wait. Because I want to know how the original is. Because I know they will give us something. All right, ready to love, y'all. Okay. So it was 2 episodes with the see. And we didn't, last time we ended, they eliminated Troy. Let me show who he looked like. Y'all remember who he is. Yes. Ooh. Oh, here you go. They eliminated him right here. This Troy. Eliminated him. And great. 51 years old, still don't know how to get it together. So it is what it is. This bitch ain't gonna just keep doing vacation and trips to your dog because he's not gonna find no love. So, or unless you go get a chick who think like you and y'all be good. Yeah, we gotta watch Baddies Unanswered so we could kiki about that. Oh yeah, Baddies. That's the grown up Bad Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on Zeus, right? It's coming up, y'all. So, yeah,
I'm telling you, that's what Erica Mena gonna be right on Zeus. I'm telling y'all, yes. Erica gonna be on Zeus. She auditioning for a spot.
So, Ready to Love, this is the men, y'all. And y'all remember the females. It's the females right here. Let me watch that. Yes, yeah, we got to watch Baddies. Yeah, definitely got to watch that. This is the females. Okay. So, it was the men's turn to eliminate this time. And they're going to have a masquerade ball. So, have a masquerade ball, put the mask on, and y'all have a good time and dig deeper with each person. So, that was that. And we had Jason, Kyra, Alexis, and AJ did ice skating. Okay, there's ice skating. These are no AJ. Y'all know AJ is right here. And who's that? Jason. He's right here. And yeah, I'm going back and forth with the females. So, and they get Kyra. I'll block the name. So let me get this on. Kyra right here. And Alexis. Do the thing. Jason really told Alexis, he said, you know what? I can't get past you as a parent. I mean, you can get past it as a parent you want to get with them, but he just wasn't feeling Alexis like that. Because he said, listen, I can't get past you as a parent. I always go think you as my student parent, and there's no romance between us. Or so she said, you know what? I could think about it because I know the connection was, wasn't feeling the connection. It was kind of missing. He wasn't giving me that much. So I'd rather him be straight up. And she said, it's okay, it's cool. I know it's cool. I said, I know you was not cool, girl. I know you was thinking. But I heard about that, girl. You could have had a parent there as your man. But just show quite messy. Yes, so that was a letdown. And Kyra with AJ. Y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when Kyra mentioned how AJ played though in the freaking dinner date? That she went to the bathroom and she left her card there, and he failed to mention that he didn't have no money in his card, and his card declined, and he paid the money one thing, and when she confronted him about that, he said, well, you need to upgrade your freaking, change your freaking traditional viewpoints. And that's out of that. And now she said, you know what, AJ's like, he got a nice persona and everything. If he could get that persona, he's a good guy. So I will give him a chance. And I said, Kyra, why are you giving a chance to the guy who just totally told you to upgrade your freaking viewpoints because he couldn't pay for his date? So you will give him another chance? You can forgive her.
Yeah, because she leaned with her puss. Yeah, she leaned with her puss. Yeah.
Yeah, you forgive him to give him another chance to say he's this great guy. It's like he could be a good guy, but he's a creep to me. He's a slut. He's a hoe. And
But look, the broke ones normally got good teen. I'm just saying. So she's probably one of those.
That's what I was saying. I was saying, girl, and that it just shows that Kyrie may not have many connections. Besides AJ, is Jason, and Jason have other interests too. So Kyrie tried to lay on thick on AJ, but girl, I don't know how far that could go because AJ is not making much connection with everybody else that much either. So you holding on to this AJ, it was something. I didn't like that. So, before we go to Stacey Juan, what you think about that part?
What their ice skating date or Kyra?
Yeah, ice skating date. What Kyra said about AJ, with Alexis and Jason.
Listen, I'm shocked that so many people are feeling Jason. So that's just that. But I do definitely think that people are looking at AJ because they like the way he look and not him.
Not
like
him. Yeah.
Or I don't even know if all of them have actually had a chance to get to know him, or if they're just going by what they're looking at when they visibly see him. But oh well, yeah, he's attractive, so I'm gonna go towards that. But they don't really necessarily know him. But I just find it funny that Alexis leads with her puss all day, every day to everybody that she goes after. She definitely leads with the puss, which is fine. I don't have no problems with it. You're great and open to it, but it just does look very thirsty, like desperate, kind of like I want everybody to make me their number one, and I want all these people to fawn after me. So I'm going to, tease them, play it up a little bit, kind of get
Yeah.
my way with it. So when Jason had said like, "Oh yeah, I can't get past it," and she was like, "Oh, that's fine, that's cool, yeah, that's fine, that's cool." I was like, "But is it really though?
That's
Is
what I
it
said.
really that fine? Look, is it really cool? Is it really cool?" Because from the gate, you have been saying how, "Oh yeah, I know he was looking at me because that's my son's coach and da 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 da, and
Yeah, she
because
was
I'm
picking
so
herself up
fly
like
and in my town, this is that and the third, da da da
this
da
is
da."
Alexis.
And come to find out, that man ain't looked at you sideways, boo hoo to do ever.
No,
Cause girl, bye.
not at all.
Mm-hmm. So if she thinking that, okay, girl, which literally lets me know that. So are you doing all of this leading, but with your, and then you say like, "Oh no, I'm very spiritual. We talk about religion. We do this, we do that." So is this just a facade that you're telling them, or you're pretending to be, to get
Mm-hmm.
them to like want you or make you number one? And that's
Mm-hmm.
not really who you are. Like, are you playing this up?
Yeah.
Or are you really just a closet church freak? I don't know. But I guess we'll find out as the episodes
Mm-hmm.
continue on. But
So,
yeah, uh, I'm not here for either one of the ladies. So
yeah, Kyra and Alexis. Yeah,
yeah,
they go. Yeah, yeah.
Kyra definitely is giving
Why?
me. None of
She's
these people on this show are really my type, but I'm sticking around because I want to stay on this show.
uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. But you could latch on to AJ like he's the perfect guy. I said, girl, okay, go ahead, girl. You just want your redemption date. That's what you wanted, and she got that. Stacy and Ron. Okay, here goes Stacy right here. Y'all know she's just bottom next to Venetia and Ron. And Ron. Okay. They tell you the truth, this Ron was okay in this episode because he was not like in this antics that was going on. So Stacy and Ron had a date, and he asked her about what's then about the man you was with for a long time. You got divorced and everything, and how it is trying to go back. She would say she could be divorced for 4 years now, and she took some time off, and then now she's back in the day scene. But basically, she's trying to find a man to be the father of her kids. That's what I'm trying to say. Like she just basically said she's one that she was the what's that girl last year, Alicia, who was trying to get a man so bad to be there for her kids. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yep.
That was she was. Amy knew she was pregnant, and then she announced at the reunion she was pregnant. I said, "Oh, that's what it was going so hard, girl." And that's what Stacey's trying to do because she said, "I feel I let my kids down," but we'll talk about the elimination later on. But she was like, so then we find out Stacey and Chris Santhium has a cool best friend relationship. These two right here, they became buddy buddy, best friends, thick and frat. I see, y'all gonna nickname yourself. That's gonna be a buzz killer in this competition, and it's gonna hurt y'all at the end. It definitely did hurt one of them. And so then it came to the point of the date, not asking about those two. She was asking about, oh well, yes, I know you got a number one and everything. Me and Chris Anthony got number one and everything. So who's your number one? You got to choose. And I said, y'all in a competition to find love and connection. Who cares who's number one right now? It's like, come on. It's like, do what you got to
Alexa
do
cares.
yourself. Yes, Alexis do care. She does care.
Alexis cares.
She was going harp around the number one too as well. I said, girl, calm your ass down. I was like, gosh, it's a competition, y'all. Y'all is still close to the halfway point. So I understand that, but this freaking number one, this that, build the connection, and then you gonna make that person who really gonna want to see you more. But Stacey, instead of freaking bringing yourself up and promoting yourself more with Ron, you were trying to make him choose, and then when he told you the truth, now you check yourself out. I said, okay, great. He said that's number one, but he still was part of his top. So why you just not trying? That's girl. So Fick and Flack, they
I have a,
together.
I have, a, I have a theory on that.
Yeah.
I think with Stacy, when you're used to being the pretty girl,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? The beautiful one, the trophy wife, you're probably not used to being third, fourth, or fifth.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably was a uncomfortable situation for her, an uncomfortable feeling, her not necessarily knowing how to accommodate for not being sought after and chased and, having guys fawn over her, because that's probably what she's used to.
She used to everybody coming after her, going after her. She got to work hard for what she is. I say, because a lot of these men is right now is building a connection with someone else, and you is not the forefront of a lot of these men's thoughts. So the fact that you both like Ron, and he got to tell you in front of your face that he like Pacific more than you, I thought that was a question below. Because I said, who else Stacey was going to date with? And I was like, girl, but then again, you basically was chilling for Chrysanthemum more than you were chilling for yourself. I said, girl, if you want to find your man, you better chill it for yourself and say Chrysanthemum is best lady win at the end. But y'all best friends. So that was that date. Then next we had Amber and Chris. And I said, hope Chris is not gonna make the same mistake that he did last year. Hope he did not do the last season. And puts all his eggs in one basket of Amber, and one thing hit the fan, and then she's not with him anymore. And she won't deal with him anymore. And then he's out of the loop. And he's like, oh my gosh. And then they have to eliminate him again. I said, hope you don't do that again, man, Chris. It's like that. But we did see him start to go date other people, other stuff like that. But his money focuses on Amber. So they talked basically that conversation about marriage. He said, oh, we want to get married, you can get married. But that's not my ultimate goal. And she said, yeah, I agree with that. I said, yeah, but do you really agree with that? Or you just say everything he likes and you going on with that? I say, I want to believe that Amber does believe everything that he likes. Like, basically, she said, oh, yeah, I agree with paying, having the best. I don't mind paying. It's like that. This is that. I'm not big on that freaking marriage thing. It's a soul connection or something like that. So maybe she is the same way as Chris. And there is differences like that. And they connected well because they soulmates. But I don't know. I just feel like she just going on with it. But to me, I do believe she's genuine and she does believe the same stuff that she says. Do you agree? Or you just think you're going on with it?
You know what I think when it comes to Amber? I think she doesn't care. So she's not going to put up a fight for something that she isn't really passionate about. Does that make sense? Because especially if she's a DA, she litigates, she fights all the time. If I'm not that passionate about something, or I don't care really one way or the other, I'm cool with whatever. So I think for her, it's more like I'm cool with whatever. But if it's something that I'm really passionate about, I think she is going to say, no, I want A or B. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because it seems like she will go on the ride, but I do agree that maybe she doesn't really care for it that much. She said, oh, yeah, I'm not a big deal about that freaking splitting the bill. I don't mind splitting. I don't have no big deal about marriage. It is what it is. It's like, yeah, I do agree.
That's what my hope is. That's my hope. My hope is she doesn't care so much, so she's willing to do whatever.
Yes,
but the thing she care about, hopefully she will put her foot down and say, no, this is a deal breaker for me. Which I think she kind of did with Troy.
Yes.
So maybe, so maybe that is her way of dealing with things, which is good in a competition like this, that you need to be open.
Yeah, all right. So Amber and Chris is like, they know they connected real well. So we'll see how that goes even more. All right, then we had this freaking triple date. We had Ron. Oh, there we go, Ron. Ron right here. Diedrich. And Joelle right here. These three. With Chrysanthemum, Tressa, and Venetia. And they did salsa dancing, and Ron was the instructor. Now, people was like, where's the instructor at? Because I was expecting the same thing. I said, if I come in here and we doing salsa dancing, can you have an instructor? Because instead of him teaching, he could just be part of the class, and we going to be moving on that class like that. But he instructed and all stuff. And then they all went to their own separate little rooms, and Chrysanthemum was talking to Ron. She said, oh, I heard in the little birdie through the grapevine that I am not your number one. I know you heard somebody else is your number one. So I can't do number 2. I got to be number 1. I said, pump the brakes, girl. Yes, we all want to be number 1 for someone. But don't sign yourself in a competition when you know people going to be seeing other people as well. If you want to just be only number 1, go to dating show when you pick the person and y'all just date and y'all be number 1 together. But don't be in a competition and act like you can't compete. And act like you got like that, like use the bomb-ish. And everybody got to be falling for you. And they like he going to make connections. Like who else could say them is really connected with besides Juan?
Nobody. But
nobody.
Let's be honest. Alexis is doing the same thing.
Yes, Alexis is doing the same thing. Yeah, so we're going to talk about her too.
The only difference I see between Alexis and Chrysanthemum is Alexis is definitely playing the field. She done went out on dates with, talked to, communicating with everybody, but I don't see that many people that Chrysanthemum has went out with. Oh wait, she went out with Troy. Yeah, she went out with Troy.
And then she went on this episode. We're gonna talk about that. But yeah. Yeah, so yes, yeah, so she said I can't do number 2. So you gotta make a decision. So he told her, oh well, Lex is my number 1 because we talk to her most of every day and I want to see more of it. And she was like, oh, I gotta hire a backup plan now because he got somebody else number 1. I said, yeah, girl. You thought you had in the bag when you had that little date with him and y'all was so connected. He said, oh my God, this is my soulmate right here. Yes, I'll be the traditional woman. I stay in the house, cook and clean and all that stuff like that for a man. And he wants that. And we good. Told him to find out he got somebody else who like that. So it's like, she said, oh no, we can't do that today. I gotta be number 1. And I think she's gonna try to compete to fight for him because she needs to solidify her spot. So her Alexis go at it next week. Next week.
You better fight for your man, girl.
Yeah, you better fight for your man. That's the only man you have right now. You better fight for your traditionalist man. Sure. Alexis had another option. Chrysanthemum, you this is the only option. You better say back up. Oh, y'all. Diedrich and Tresha. You know what? Next season, they need to be people who likes more voluptuous women, BBW women, because a lot of these men is shadow like that, freaking skinny type chick women. And a lot of people can give Tresha another chance. They already checked that out because, oh, she's a home girl and I'm not attracted to her and stuff like that. And I was like, I didn't see she was giving much homegirl vibes in the season. I said, y'all just ain't like her because she didn't like her body type. That's what I just came about. It's like, y'all ain't never give her a chance. So the other person who trying to give her a chance was Diedrich. And then he took her, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this day. He took her to a spice store. Don't get me wrong, if you like spices, he like to collect spices and stuff like that. But I would not chose that as a date to take her, especially if you want trying to gauge how the connections will be. And then when you went to the store, you talk about some animal ball sacks. What the fuck? Calm down, Ty. I was like, what the hell was that? I was like, and Tresha could find out that he said, oh well, I say there's no connection there. She's not flirting, she's not putting the I said, how can she flirt in the freaking spice store? Which can she say when you said after the freaking animal ball sack was part of one of the spices? What can she say from that? And
if it was Alexis, she would have found a way to divert it to his ball.
Well, Alexis
could have figured out a way to make it fun.
Alexis will find a way to make any situation sexual. She'll do something like that. But yeah, but I was like, I would not take no person to a spice store. It could be cute to get something. And to probably buy the spices and then take it home and make something. That would be nice. But to use that and then also, Diedrich, he didn't really make the connection with a lot of people either. So he's on top of the box to me because I would say, who else besides Tresha gave him a chance? Other people talk to him, but who else he make a connection with? Not really nobody else. So it's like you had your chance with Tresha, and she would give you a chance, but she realized that you'll find her attractive either. So it's like now I was like, all right, I know they're gonna send her home or put her on the bottom because nobody really having a romantic connection with her. So, oh, she's cool, but I'm not attracted to her. I was like, next year we need to have some good men who will date other body types and not just the standard. because that was messed up. Sent her home. She could have had a chance. But how you feel about Diedrich and Trisha's date? Oh. And Chrysanthemum and Ron talk about her being number 2.
I think Chrysanthemum overplayed her hand with Ron. So she got her little feelings hurt, but it's also because she overplayed her hand. Now when it comes to Diedrich and Tressa, I feel I have mixed feelings about it.
Okay.
Because he was one of the only few people to really ask her out. But then a part of me feels like, did he do that just to, you know, to really gauge her and see if they have a vibe? Because he did say he dated BBW in the past. So it's not like he never has or was not open to it. So, I mean, technically, I guess when it comes to him, he did technically say, like, yeah, I've dated in the past, you know, whatever. And then a part of me is like, well, is he necessarily just doing this to make himself look better? Like, oh, you know, I'll date anyone. I'm open to anything. I'm not, you know, that shallow where I only want this. So I'm kind of on the fence with him when it comes to that. If he was truly, genuinely interested in trying to see where things would go, or if he was just, you know, doing it to be the guy to be like, I gave everybody a chance. I didn't, you know, only single her out. I didn't friend zone her immediately. I gave her a chance, and he really didn't. I don't know. And I will say this, that if you are really interested in somebody, you can make anything pop. Like, and that's what lets you know if you're really interested in someone. If you could take something mundane, not, you know, kind of interesting, like if you cook, you know, if you're a cook, you would probably be really interested in going to a spice store if you're really a cook. But, you know, if not, if you could take something as mediocre as going to the spice store and flip it into something more, then that lets you know that you really like that person, because you can take nothing and make it something. So for me, it was like, he wants her to put in all the work, all the interest, like he is the prize. And I was like, okay.
Yes, that's how it made it seem like. It definitely made it seem like that. I was like, you didn't put much effort into this date.
Yeah, like she was, you know, interested. She was trying. She gave a few little jabs, few little nods. Yeah, he was very dry.
Oh, talk about ball sacks. That was a buzz killer right there. I said, okay.
Beaver, you wasn't interested in Beaver's ball sacks? you didn't find that to be an interesting fact about
okay, I got that history lesson, but that is something I wanted to know about. You can tell yourself, sure. Like I said, does he say he was a cook, right?
Yes, he's a chef.
Yeah, so he could have. Yes, like you said, you could have taken that to the. All right, let's get the spices. Come on, let's make some chicken or something like that. Let's make something. Pasta. Let's make something. But he didn't do that. So I was like, yeah, I think he did that as a charity case, and I ain't like that. Oh yeah, I didn't keep my spot here, so let me get Tressa a chance so I can stay here. But then again, we'll see how far Diedrich goes. I don't think it's gonna be that far. All right, next. Then we had the masquerade ball. The biggest showstopper, basically, Liz came in with her little dress on. Different. Everybody was like breaking their necks to see Liz. I said, "Oh, okay, Liz. All right." She was,
Alexis thought she was doing something. Alexis thought she was fly. Cause you know, I'm almost in a wedding dress. You know.
Yeah, I'm in a wedding. This is still Liz, girl.
And Liz came and showed up and showed out, like
showed out, and everybody was looking at
you effortlessly, like.
For real.
Effortlessly, like, you know, I clean up very nice when I want to, you know.
Yeah, she just
Stunning
stunned you
on
all
her.
time. She's like, I came with a sweater dress. I was stuck. I said, Alexa, you always acting bigger than stuff like you the baddest, flyest dressed chick of the show. And it's not, girl. Come on. Um,
Definitely is not.
definitely not. So David, when he saw Liz, he was like, oh my god, yes, I love it. This is good. Because David and Liz is stay number ones for now, like that. And Liz also, like Jay said, she want to give him a chance and everything because they got a little similarities as well. But she's still towards David. So Liz and Jason talk, and they talk about little things, and she want to give him a chance and give him a try. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And now Tommy, he was talking to this freaking frack, Stacy and Chrysanthemum. He said, y'all gotta separate. You gotta break this up. Like nobody gonna want to be with y'all and try to talk to y'all and get to know y'all if y'all always together. It's not even if y'all not together, y'all talk about each other to the date. So it's like, how can we try to get to know you if y'all talk about Stacy or Chrysanthemum? And they said, oh, well, people gotta know we a package deal. You gotta like it. We can't stop that. Oh well, I said, oh, then y'all gonna be shipping your bags and going home because nobody can try to break the freaking group if you can't separate and build your connections separately. But they didn't care, so they gonna move on with their freaking friendship. And so we friends all day. It's not like we find a love either. We friends. I said, all right, y'all be friends. Go ahead, y'all be friends. So Alexis and Ron talk. And it was funny that he was talking to Chrysanthemum and Alexis came and he just left Chrysanthemum and went to Ron. I said, oh, ooh. Ron left Chrysanthemum to Alexis. and Alexis said, well, yeah, I know about what's going on with you, Chrysanthemum, because I know she was part of your number one, so like that. I want to know what's up with us. Like, you gotta let me know. Like, if I'm gonna do your top or something. I said, Alexis, calm down. Calm down, girl. Like, and that's funny that he was not too upset with Alexis asking that he was upset with Chrysanthemum and Stacy. I mean, those two, because they were friends, they were trying to make it force his decision. But Alexis was the same thing too. So it's like, you trying to gauge where he's at? I mean, a lot of people does ask that. Where I'm at in your freaking top, and I'm in your top and nothing like that. But Alexis is like, yeah, let me know what's going on, what's up with Chrysanthemum, because like I don't mind competing on. So like, you let me know what's up. If I'm in the running, I said, okay, girl, you ain't no thick. But he was annoyed with Stacy and everybody constantly trying to ask him, because Stacy say, look, you got to step up, be the man. If Chrysanthemum is number one, get her number one. He ain't said Chrysanthemum is number one. He said he's part of the tops. But he did say Alexis number one, Chrysanthemum number one. So yeah, that's part of him. But he was truthful. He asked you the question and he answered the question. But he was annoyed by that. But yeah. So what's your thoughts about the that was happened at the masquerade ball. What's your thoughts about the masquerade ball?
The way Ron left Chrysanthemum was the best. He straight dipped on her.
This did.
Alexis. Ooh. He definitely dipped out there. But I find it interesting how Liz jumped up Jason's list when he seen her boobs was out. Like, because you was not giving Liz that type of energy.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Before. You was like, yeah, I like her. She's cool. We're very similar, but I'm still trying to keep things up. And then as soon as he seen her boobs, he was like,
oh yeah, because he ran over. He said, "Oh my gosh, I gotta hug you." So I was like, "Girl."
I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. So he thinking with his little head at the bottom. Got it. Okay. But I think the masquerade party was interesting to see how Chrysanthemum and Stacy, like, even when they're being told by everybody, hey, this is not a good look. You might not want to do this. They still was like, no, that's my girl.
Yeah, that's my girl. We together.
We gonna do this, and y'all all just gonna have to learn to like it. I was like, okay, well, they told us.
That's what I'm saying.
They told us. They said what they said, and they meant it. And they was not changing. I was like, okay, well, shoot. But I also think that they both have pretty girl syndrome.
Yes.
Where they just feel like they can do whatever and everybody will just fall in line because they pretty.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it. So, last thing short, when the men turned to eliminate the females, the bottom was Stacy and Tresha. And fortunately, it was another plot twist that they eliminated both of them. And I was like, I understand because a lot of guys was not giving Tresha a chance. So they write her off. And so Dietrich and her didn't work out. Who was going to give her a chance? So they said no to her. Now, Stacy thought she did something. She was shocked. She said, "Oh, really? Oh, okay." And then she started crying. She said, "Oh, I feel my kids missing." And just let you know that you got to be truthful. If nobody being truthful in that same day, so I said, "Oh, girl, you got really defensive real quick." But it's like people were being truthful, but you was not showing up yourself. You was so worried about being chrysanthemum cheerleader instead of showing up and making connections that you messed yourself up. Then she got upset. She said, "That's okay. Cool. This is cool. This is cool." I said, "Girl, all right, you wasn't cool when you was crying." But all right. And Tresha cried a little bit too as well because she was like, "Oh, okay. It is what it is." I think Tresha knew deep down inside that she probably was gonna go home soon because it was like that Dietrich and then nobody else was trying to give her a chance. They all homegirl her right off the back. So I was like, she will find her love. And I said, that's sad. So you were surprised about the elimination or you knew that was gonna happen?
I was surprised that it was a double elimination, but I wasn't surprised that the two that was in the bottom, I wasn't surprised by that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was like double elimination. So y'all guys have been that much power like that? All right, this should be a double elimination next week because a lot of y'all men still ain't all that good. So, but I'm like, but that didn't happen. All right, so Tommy gave the ladies the chance. They got the power this time. And he just had a different. It was interesting because normally we chose the type that we normally are comfortable with. Okay, I like this type of guy. This is the type of guy I deal with. This is the type of shape. This is the type of shine. This is the type of person who I want. So he said, "Vision, the person you love, who's your number one." Everybody said, "Oh my God, yes, Chris is a baby. I like it." I was liking all that stuff. And then he said, "Well, you're not going on a date with them. Choose someone else that you normally would not choose." I said, "Oh, that was a bit flip side because sometimes you never know. You might get somebody that said, 'Oh, just knock your word out,' and it's like, 'Oh no, I would never give this person a chance if it was by myself.' But now I'm in this competition, I can get them a chance or a free date when the company pays for it."
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So they give them a chance. So Alexis went on a date with Ron, and I was like,
I call BS.
That's how I was like, yes. I was like, girl, you're supposed to choose a date that you didn't make a connection with. You already made a connection with Ron and AJ. So who else? You could have said David. You could have went with did she went on a date with Chris? No, I don't think she does. Chris, you could have tried. Well, Jason turned you down.
She could have did David, Diedrich,
yes,
Joel, Chris. She had options. And she chose
so she
somebody she knew was her number one. She already knew she was in a top spot, so that's what she picked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, why did you go that route, girl? I was like, and then she said, "Oh well, AJ is like he's my number one right now." I said, "What? AJ said you're aggressive. So what the hell is his number one with?" But you is part of his top anyway. So I was like, "Oh my gosh." I was like, "Okay, Alexis." Okay,
so it wasn't just me who called BS on Alexis for going on a date with Ron.
Okay, girl, you were on a date with Ron. That's not what he asked for. He said someone that you didn't make a connection with. You normally will go with. But she said, "Okay, Ron." She went with that because he has a different upbringing. She has a spiritual background. I said, "You marry a pastor. I'm a spiritual background you had." But I said, "Okay, girl." Spiritual background. He wasn't raised in spiritualness. He was in trouble. He went to jail and a teenager or stuff like that. So I guess that's why she probably did that with that route. But y'all was talking and make a connection. So the date was to go to someone else that you wasn't connected with, and give them a chance to go. That was a homework assignment was for. And he said, yes, I think you will be great for me. Because she said, let me know. She did that same thing when she did, or she did that again in one. Let me know what's up, because I need to know what's going on. Like, if I'm in your top and everything, let me know. Give me some cues. Give me, say yes, nay, ho, whatever. And tell me if I'm somewhere, then you can make this work. He said, yeah, because I think your spiritual background will be great for me also like that, because I know you'll be great and you'll be good to show me the different ropes and guide me to the different direction or so like that. Then the chrysanthemums there will be. I said, oh. And she said, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, all right, we got that, we cool. And he gave her a piggyback and they went down their business. And Amber, AJ, and I can get your thoughts on those two. Amber, AJ, Amber went out with AJ, and she was like, yes, they connected a little bit, they talked, but she just felt like he was very arrogant, and I do feel that way too. It's like AJ, like you said earlier, that he knows he's a good-looking guy, so he don't have to put that much effort and work into having the ladies like him, because he never had to put the work before. So it was like, yes. She said, you gotta put more assertive. You gotta do more. Like, I'll match the energy you give me. But if you give this arrogance, like, I gotta chase you and come chase you. When you gotta try to meet me halfway or something like that. And he said, okay, I gotta do more. I gotta do better. Because he knew right at the end of the day. He said, oh, if I'm hearing this with her, then I know I ain't making no connection with a lot of other girls like that either. So I might be the chopping block. I said, AJ, now you thought about that now, but. What you think about those two dates?
I like Amber's spirit of discernment, because she called that. She hit the nail right on the head with that one.
Yeah.
She definitely called AJ all the way out, and I appreciate her for that. She definitely was good on that piece. I again call BS on Alexis for picking the date with Ron, knowing that she was already his number one. So I feel like, Alexis is playing the game.
Yeah.
Not necessarily looking for, maybe looking for love, but more so she wants to win. She wants to play the game.
Yeah. It's competitive. So, it's like, all right, girl. So, Chrysanthemum went out on a date with Chris. Chrysanthemum right here. She went out to the Chris. And she said, oh, yeah, me and Chris talked a little bit, but I was a little iffy with him, and I didn't want to give him that much chance. So we sat down and talked, and she said she's not affectionate. I said, okay, her mom was not affectionate. I said, okay, that was very abrupt like that. And she said her father, she didn't even know her father until like a couple of years ago. Because her mom was an Italian man. She got an Italian man and got pregnant, got knocked down, and she didn't even know her father. I think he was. No, Chris said his father was denying him. She said she didn't know her father until recently. And then Chris said that his father was denying him most of the time. Also, yes, they talked here and there, but that he passed away and stuff. And that was that. But Chris said, can I read your energy? It's like, you 70% okay, but 30% he was like, oh, I don't know about him. All that stuff. And that's the type of guy you would date. All that stuff. So, that. And then Amber went out with Joelle. I said, okay, Amber, you back to your rounds here. So Amber will hug Joelle. And it was that he kissed her on the cheek. And I said, okay, I like Joelle kissing the cheek, all that stuff. Did he do that to Venetia that much? I don't know, because Venetia was very bothered. Oh, she was very bothered when she said that. I said, yeah. I said, Joelle, what you doing? What was that? Because I was like, he kissed her on the cheek. All right. And Amber said she had no. I
appreciate that he asked her instead of being like creepy Troy. And just start kissing every doggone body.
Yes, he did ask her. Yeah, he did ask her, can I kiss your cheek? She said, okay, yeah. She said, if the date go well, and I return the favor. I said, all right. Yeah, it's a Joel. Yeah, I know Joel's a good-looking guy, so return the favor you can, girl.
It's the New Orleans accent for me.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Yeah, he's not for that. But come here, he's not a bad-looking dude. And, what was it? So they had that date, and he asked her how you feel about dating with someone who's had kids and all that stuff like that. And then he talked about the age difference. He said, but then he said his wife that he had, who passed away, she was younger than him. So And I was like, why you made a big deal that she was so younger than you like that? You really dating young people before? Whatever. And she said, I don't have a problem being a stepmom and all that stuff and taking care of kids. So it's good. And she loved kids. So I said, all right. So they fed each other a little strawberry, whatever it is. And she said, yeah, the date was nice. So she kissed him in the cheek. So how do you feel about those 2 dates?
Well, listen, Joel could just baby me to death because I love the way it sounds, like the New Orleans accent. It's the New
Yes,
Orleans accent for me.
it shows up. Yes.
Yes, listen, he was like, baby. Listen, he about to baby that girl right out her drawers. Go ahead, boy. Ain't even mad at you for that one. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. You know how to use that accent to your favor. Go ahead. But I would definitely say that, I did like to see Amber not just solely focusing on Chris.
Yeah.
So, she can make a good informed decision on what it is that she wants to do. So I did appreciate that piece of it. But when it came to Chris Santhium and Chris, him and reading her energy was like, spot the hell on. He was like, I was really wondering, why is she here? Why am I here? Like, that makes sense. Because especially when he said, like, oh, I reached out to her a couple of times and I never heard anything back.
Yeah, you shut
Like,
him down. Yeah.
like, dang. So, I mean, if this whole show is getting to know somebody to potentially go, because not to be funny, if you have not found somebody to get married to, somebody to spend your life with, clearly the people you're choosing is not right. So maybe you should think outside the box.
Yeah.
But I think the whole time she was just more so worried about Ron not picking her and picking Alexis. So she was like, oh, well, I got to do something. Like, oh, I don't have anybody. And it started to seem very desperate and calculated on her part. Being like, oh, well, I know Chris really liked me, so I'm going to go out on a date with him and kind of suffer through it or fake her way through it like that was going to work. So, but I don't see very much substance from Chrysanthemum.
I
I
don't either.
don't. I don't see very much substance out of her. So, yeah, miss me on date with that. But I also, again, like Amber's discernment for being able to call out AJ. So, if I had to pick, I would definitely say Chrysanthemum could go on by her business.
Yeah, she could leave. She could leave.
Also, because I'm low key secretly rooting for Chris because how bad he was done last season. So, like,
yes.
oh, you playing my boy? So yeah, you can go about your business.
Yes, I hear that. Let me see. Liz and Jason. So they went out on a date. And, Liz wanted to give Jason a chance. So this is Liz right here. It was Jason. So they went out a little picnic. They went to the Ferris wheel and stuff like that. And they talked. And he said he had no problem with the abstinence and everything. And that's what we want. And that's what he worked for and all that stuff. I said, okay. If you would have said something different with her, she would have checked you out real quick, just like she did with AJ.
As she should.
Yeah.
As she should.
So he's like, I had a problem with that. I said, all right, Jason. And then it was very interesting that he just went out and kissed on the lips. And it was a peck of the lips. It wasn't a full-blown makeup session, but it was a peck of the lips. But I would say she didn't do that for David, that who was on top. So I was like, who's she really feeling? So I don't know if they will find out how he will feel. And because Kai was pressed about that when she's mentioned
press.
Yes. And he did it twice. And she went over there. She said, oh, yeah, he was a good gentleman and all that stuff. We had a conversation. I get to know him. I said, all right, now she's between David and Jason. She's still leaning towards David, but now Jason's on the running. So I said, oh, okay, Liz, all right. But it was very interesting that I had it twice pecked in the lips. I said, oh, all right, we're making moves already. All right, sure. And that was the only peck list we had seen so far. Most of them was on the cheek. So I said, all right, Jason, you just went for it, huh? And she just reciprocated. I said, I like this. And she was liking it too. So she's like, oh, all right. I said, I guess David had to make that move too. So now Jason will be after running and he made that move. He said, peck my lips. All right. AJ and Kyla. I was like, okay, Kyla. She said, oh my God, she did everything. He opened the door for me. He had the flowers on the table. He got the candles. He got the lobster. And they was playing Never Have I Ever. And then the conversation about communication, relationships, and he mentioned how he always take care of people because he was the oldest on stuff and he never had to rely on nobody. And he was always on his own, so he had to figure the things out. And that's what he probably took that on his relationships. And she was like, oh, okay, she was trying to dig deep. But I was like, girl, Kyrie, you really trying to give this guy another chance? I still just thinking about that date that she had, the second date. I was like, okay, he really trying to redeem himself. And she just like, she said he's the wild card. Jason's safe, but he's the wild card. I said, girl. But they said pick someone that you know anyone would date of. Like you talked to Jason and AJ already, so you could have done nobody else. It's like that. And you already had a history with AJ, so I didn't think that counted either. But tell me how you feel about Liz and Jason, AJ, and Kyle date.
David about to be pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, David about to have an aneurysm. He about to be so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, that joker about to he about to lose his whole little mind. Like, you did what? What? Who? What? Not my Liz.
Not my Liz. Well.
But I agree with you. Kyrus definitely should have chosen someone else, because how is that the person that you were least likely to give a chance to when you've already given this man a chance? Nice try, girl.
Well.
Nice try. Look, nice try, girl. Let me tell you what that was. Again, you want to ride that ride one more time. You ain't fooling nobody. You is not fooling nobody. But I like that Jason was willing to take things at Liz's pace for, whatever it is for her to be comfortable. He did say, like, that's going to be hard for me. It's not going to be an easy fate, but, I would be willing to do it. Which I definitely appreciated his viewpoint and his standing on it. Because although he doesn't want, it isn't necessarily his choice, his first choice, but because it's Liz's, he's willing to respect her in that decision, which
that's nice.
I definitely appreciated, his stance on it.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to see David's aneurysm next.
Yeah, I want to see how you gonna react too, because I was like, All right. So the last thing was the Venetia and Deidre date. She wanted to give him a chance because she said she had a conversation with Deidre and she just wanted to get more out of him because he is this hard exterior. Like you can't get to know him more. He really don't share much about himself and he basically dries. So come on. So the conversation, he was asking the question. I said, Venetia, you were supposed to ask the question. Not him trying to lead all these questions. Like, no, he trying to reflect on you, ask him questions. And when you ask him, it was very simple. And he said, I'm nervous around you. I'm nervous. Because she said, when you want a man, she said, I want a man to lead me. I've been by myself with all my kids all this long. No, I need a man to lead the house. Like, I need a man to lead anything. Yes, we're going to have a little thing. And yeah, I'm a boss woman. I got my power moves. But yes, at the end of the day, I like the man to take charge. And he said, oh, you scared me. You making me nervous. You making me nervous. I said, nervous about what? So Venetia said, oh, that's something about what he's saying that. I said, yeah, that is something why he's saying that. I said, okay, why a power woman like her will make you nervous? And that you want a woman that you control. Because we ain't forget that you say you a strong desire to have a son. So we'll see how that ain't come up yet. And I hope that will never come up because it will destroy your chances of ever getting in dates with these ladies. You ain't gonna say that. So yes, he said she was making him nervous. I said, oh. I said, oh, Deidre, you gonna be the bottom because you ain't making no connection. You ain't making an effort, nothing. So that was that date. How you feel about that date?
I think Diedrich wants a 21st century woman. I think he wants that new, single, independent. I don't really need a man for nothing. I don't need you. I just want to have you around.
Yeah.
Type woman. That's what he wants. He doesn't want somebody who technically, is looking for a more traditional rolled individual. Not in the aspect of financially, in the aspect of emotionally, I want somebody who is more traditional emotionally, which I don't think that's what he is ready to do, which is why he's intimidated by her. So for me, the more Diedrich talked, the more I was like, oh, okay, I can see where this is going. Okay. You want somebody who's strong, independent, could take care of themselves, and y'all can build, together separately, but not somebody that you technically need to take on that male role with. Okay, so you you want what? A friend? Oh, no. You want a roommate? You want somebody where we build things together, but not necessarily you provide emotionally and we build together financially? Oh, okay. All right. I can see where this is going. He want him a 19-year-old who ready to get knocked up and don't know no better. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, so doing a ladies powwow, that little thing. Venetia was bothered by Joel kissing Amber on the cheek. She was bothered about that. She didn't like that because he said, "Oh, he ain't trying to do that to me. I ain't like that. He ain't took my feelings into consideration and all that stuff." I said, "Okay." Kyra was very bothered by AJ being the bottom. Everybody said AJ the bottom. Everybody, she was like, I said, "Girl, why you making faces? Do you think he made any connection with anybody else, girl?" Like she was very bothered. You can say, "Oh, her face." He said, "Oh, AJ in the bottom. AJ in the bottom. AJ in the bottom. AJ." I said, "Yes, AJ is the bottom." Oh.
Is AJ a bottom?
No. Sure, the way he make a power moves, maybe he might get poked sometimes.
Oh, Jesus.
Alexis talked to AJ. Oh yeah, so the bottom two was AJ and Diedrich. I said, okay, we understand. That was the top. That was the bottom people. And funny how AJ was saying Alexis is so freaking aggressive when he gave that energy off. When he was basically giving that sexual energy, she was basically laughing and taking it up. Now she was too aggressive. When she was trying to talk to him, and she was talking a lot of her hands, like how I'm talking about my hands and stuff, and try to explain to him, he said, "Oh, come in." Settle in the lap. I said, "Oh no, you didn't." He said, "Right on that." She said, "I'm trying to talk to you, but I can't concentrate right here. I gotta get." She got off the lap and tried to tell him, and basically saying that the lady decided that you give you another chance. Oh shit! They give you another chance, and I felt he was buying a lot of these ladies, but y'all couldn't do a double elimination. I would have been happy y'all would do a double elimination, but they sent Diedrich home, and who talked to Diedrich? Kyra talked to Diedrich, and he said, "Oh, ladies decided that you're not ready to love." He said, "Okay, cool. It's all right. It's all right." Oh, that's so but AJ was what? He said, "Oh, a lot of ladies think I was the bottom. That would step my game up." I said, "Yes, you did. You better do it." It's like that. But yeah, it was funny that he put her on her lap. I said, "Yeah, you always give the sexual energy and then try to make plays off that the woman who try to play off with that energy that you still like that." Then I said, "Why you sat her on your lap?" I was like, maybe you want her to make her nervous or try to go her game. Maybe that's what you try to do. But that was funny. I said, "Oh, isn't that?" I let AJ put the charms in, and
You know, I'll say this. I would say that this is one of the times where I think AJ matched her or beat her sexual chemistry or sexual energy because she leads with her puss. She just does. That's fine. I ain't mad at her for it. I have done that before in relationships with people. You can lead with your puss. That's fine. Like if you
yes,
like it, I love it, girl. If that worked for you, great. So he just matched the energy that she has been giving. So I don't feel bad at him for it. Like I ain't mad at him for it. That's the energy she give. He just matched it. He was like,
exactly.
checkmate.
Yes, sit on
Now
my lap, girl. Sure. She like,
come sit here and talk to Santa.
yes,
What you
that's
want for
all.
Christmas? Oh,
Yeah, so that's Ready to Love, y'all. Next week, we'll probably know it's the rest of the week. That's when Alexis and Chrysanthemum will try to vie for Ron's attention and more than that. So this is the halfway point now. So now we're getting past the halfway point. So we got to really make that connection and really try to solidify these tops in this situation. But that was Ready to Love. So my last thing we will talk about, and we will talk about more of this in the panel tonight, is a little bit of Porsha Williams. This girl broke the internet this couple of weeks. And I didn't know nothing about it because I was not following Atlanta Housewives. I didn't really care for the season. I didn't watch it. Tracy sent me a text, and I was kind of confused at first. I said, hold up, who is this? And I said, that's really ex-husband? And she said, yes. And I said, oh no. I said, I was like, what happened? I said, how this happened? Because all I knew was she was still dealing with Dennis. I didn't know she saw someone else. So this is what she posted, that she broke the internet and posted. I said, all right, girl. All right, Chad, you got any stuff to say? Y'all can go on and say it. So our relationship began a month ago. Yes, we are crazy in love. I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to the fullest. I chose happiness every morning and every night, tuning out all the negative energy and only focus on the positive wishes. He makes me so happy to me, and that is what matters most. For all of you that need facts, I get the optics, but Simon filed for divorce from a previous marriage in January. I had nothing to do with their divorce filing. That's between the two of them. Fallon and I are not friends, and Simon's divorce has been settled. Our relationship is a positive, loving step forward in everybody's lives. Simon and Dennis are committed to being respectful and supportive of my happiness in this situation, as well as being the best co-parents they can be to baby PJ. Two black men stepping up and being amazing people. Let's praise them. It's truly a beautiful moment in my life, and we cannot wait to spend the rest of our lives together. XOXO, P, love, hashtag love wins. All right. So, Porsha, granted, I don't know about a lot of reality TV shows like that, but I think, what was it? Tammy and a lot of people saying that maybe Fallon was labeled as Porsha's friend, but they wasn't really friends. But according to Fallon and Candy's talk, she said, "Oh yeah, I met Porsha through Dennis and Simon's being a friend, and then we connected and we clicked." So either Fallon thought they were friends, and Porsha said, "Nope, they're not friends," and that make her feel like it was okay. And then I found out that Fallon and Simon didn't really get to divorce yet. It's not finalized yet. So, and then they got engaged. So I said, what? This happened so fast and so vastly. I was like, what happened? Like, it's crazy because you engaged and he's not technically divorced yet. And that friendship, I come to think that they was friends. And the fact that you got in this girl's house, sat in this girl's house, and did all this, whatever, all that stuff. Now, if they was not friends, okay. But it's still kind of messy. It is just so crazy messy. Timeline says 18 days after announcement. I hope this is fake. She sounds stupid. So that's all the thoughts I have right now. Maybe more will come up. But Tracy, tell me your thoughts.
Okay. Don't drag me. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Listen to what I'm saying, right? And give me a chance. Okay. This is worth 10 million. He's worth 40 million. Who's the bigger fish?
Let's be that's money, yes.
Who's the bigger fish? When is the best time to get with somebody? After they've had time to heal from a relationship, or while they're still in the throes of emotionally getting over someone? When it's easier to take advantage of them? Mm-hmm. Clearly, when they're emotionally still dealing with the downfall of their relationship. So, from from a thought standpoint, Porsha did exactly what she was supposed to do. She said, "I seen a bigger fish. He was vulnerable. He was weak, so I took it." But Porsha said she's on the come up. Okay, she thinking with her puss. I didn't. I was like, listen, I'm still trying to slide into Bill Gates' DMs. He just ain't replied back yet. Melania too, if you playing. I was like, Melinda Gates could get it too at this point. 130 billion. Look. So from the aspect of from a side chick, from a homewrecker standpoint, Porsha did exactly what she was supposed to do. Bank. Yes. She did. I can't even knock her. She did exactly what she's supposed to do. Now all she needed to do is run up and get pregnant real quick and get him to marry her with a prenup, and she is in there like swimwear. She did what she was supposed to do.
Pregnant, but I don't think she's pregnant. Yeah.
I don't know. She might be. I don't know either way. All I know is, from a thought standpoint, she did exactly what she was supposed to do. She said, "I'm going to trade up, bigger and better, and I'm gonna get it how I live."
I hear that.
Okay. All right. So I'll give her that on the thought aspect. She did what she was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Would I do it? No. Could I do it? No. I don't know. If you had a B behind your name, maybe. If you was a billionaire, maybe. But no. You really think he'll marry her in November? I don't know. I don't know if he'll still be emotionally wounded in November. So this could possibly be that she put it out here now and early, so he's still emotionally distraught, emotionally vulnerable, and keep the knife wounds digging into him to keep him hurt and wounded. I don't know. Look, all I know is I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't knock her for doing it though.
Oh, thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you. Thank you for passing through.
I'm not knocking her for doing it though. I mean, look, she want to leave with her pussy. Who am I to judge her? Like, that ain't me. That ain't my friends. That ain't nobody I know. But we all have to think. We all have that one friend that we would not leave alone with our man. We all do. We all have one.
Go to the store with me. No, we're going to the store together there.
We all know one person. Porsha is that one person, but she's always been that one person. So I'm like, why is everybody so surprised?
Yeah, people were saying that for years about her. Yeah.
Why is everybody so surprised? Like, she is literally just living up to her name and exactly what she's been saying and was supposed to do. Why is everybody acting surprised here? I mean, y'all been saying she's been sleeping with Africans for money for years now. I mean, Claudia said that how many seasons back that Porsha was sleeping with Africans for money? I mean, I'm not even being funny. I'm like, so she went from 10 million to 40 million. Why is everybody acting surprised here? Like,
I mean, yeah, she did upgrade with the money wise. Yeah, if she gonna do something,
she said
she's the type of person. Like, so listen, I go with the money goes. I go with the money cash.
She said, "Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside?"
But it's just still messy. I was like, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Listen, people in other countries and other races marry up all the time. They'll marry their stepdaddy. Hello. Did we not see on Real Housewives of Salt Lake?
Yes, so that's it. No, step-grandfather. Yes.
She married her step-grand. Well, listen, you call him granddaddy at some point in your life, so miss me all day. step granddaddy my foot. You call that man granddaddy? He was married to your grandma for 20 years. Who y'all think? Look, girl, bye. He was married to your grandma for 20 years. That was your granddaddy. That was your granddaddy. He was married to your grandma for 20 years. That was your granddaddy. So again, if she's willing to sleep with her granddaddy to get the money, I mean, what is the difference? Granddaddy, my friend's husband. I'm just saying. People marry up all the time. People date up. People sleep their way up all the time. But again, could I do it? No. Would I do it? No. Do I respect her hustle? Absolutely. I couldn't do it, but I respect her hustle because she said
I couldn't do it either.
I
And
couldn't do it, but I respect her hustle.
and Mother Earth said Porsha is about her money. She played dumb and go down. Now look at her. Oh yes. Yes. Oh yeah. CM said I'm not friends with folks I don't trust. Yes, I can't. Yes, I can't either. Well, now we know Porsha. Well, there are people. Yes, years right. People did say that about Porsha for years.
Listen, I will say this.
And now it's coming out.
Listen, I have circles of friends who there's a friend in my circle. She has slept with one of our other friends' brother. She has slept with another one of our friends' sister's ex-husband. But she is also the girl who we go to Vegas with. We don't pay for no drinks. We don't do nothing. We get in the clubs for free. We party like rock stars. She don't never wear no drawers. We know what it is. But we with her because look, we with her because technically she'll do about almost anything to get what she wants. But we all know this about her. We don't trust her. I mean, I'm just saying. Do I knock her for what she do? No. Look, do I knock her for what she do? No. Could she ever be at my house?
No.
I don't love her any different, girl. Knock yourself out. Do what you do. But that's just not being my lifestyle. So again, I always try not to judge people because I'm not no saint. I've done my own share of things in the past. I'm like, if you like it, I love it. I couldn't do it, but girl, keep on keeping on. But when people was all upset at Porsha, I was like, but she's doing exactly what y'all been saying she's been doing for years. Why are y'all mad at her doing exactly what y'all been saying for years? What is the problem?
YouTube would say, yeah, well, Porsha been like that for a long time, y'all, so don't be surprised.
Like, why are we surprised now? Why are we mad? Like, why are we mad again?
And it was so funny, that picture of her and Dennis and Simon. She was hugging by Simon. Dennis was so smiling. I said, Dennis, no, he just need to stay there and smile because he knew people was going to come at to Porsha, and he had to say nothing else. He said, I did my work. I need to stay there and let everybody drag the. I was like, okay.
Listen, Simon and Porsha gonna go off and do whatever they do. I'm with Dennis. Dennis said, I'm gonna play this accordingly.
Yes,
I'm gonna smile. I'm okay. I'm gonna pass this along. Hey, Porsha, see if he'll get into business with me because it'll be good for PJ. Yeah, see if he'll sponsor my night. See if he'll put all my hot dogs in his little restaurant. For PJ,
yes.
Look, put all my hot dogs in his restaurant. Put all my hot dogs in his little nightclub. Put them in his strip clubs. Put them all over there. Whatever he got, make sure he hook my hot dogs up because that'll be good for PJ. I'm Dennis. That is legitimately a business move if you ever thought of one. That is making lemonade out of lemon. Dennis, you better play that right.
You don't look like the clowns in that picture. It was funny, but yeah, Dennis just did that. He said he played his cards right. He said he ain't gonna make him. He ain't put no vouch. He wasn't mad. He was happy.
Dennis, you better look. Dennis, to rock that boat. Dennis, do what you can to keep them together, bruh. I see you. Dennis, we see each other. Keep them together. Keep them together.
Oh gosh.
That's what you need to do.
the freaking divorce ain't finalized yet. You could have waited, but she is not. She wait. She got the ring and everything.
No, why would she get him? Why would she wait till the divorce is final? No, he ain't gonna be emotionally vulnerable. Then you gotta strike while the iron is hot. Gotta strike while the iron hot. You gotta make sure he is emotionally vulnerable. That's what you gotta do, okay?
Yes,
I'm telling you, this you have to think about it as a business transaction. They using
It is a
Porsha
business
as a business transaction.
Because I was like, I don't know what word, because she said girl code. I said, girl, you just book all girl codes, but we'll
Look,
say.
girl, look, girl code who? $40 million in the bank. Girl code where? For 40 million. Girl code where?
For real.
Girl code where? She said, I'ma be straight. My baby gonna be straight. I'ma make sure it is what it is. And let's be honest, that is legitimately a thought handbook. That's like rule number one in the thought handbook.
Yes.
Okay. At the end of the day, I
It's
need
no
to be
love.
straight.
I got pretend I love, but it's the money is the most motivating factor. That's what she thinking.
She said, "Where the money reside, where the money reside." She said, if she could throw this puss on a real one and come up with a $40 million man, then that's what she gonna do. I mean, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But
real.
I can't judge her for trading up. Now listen, if he was worth like 100,000 and she had then, stole, Fallon husband and he was only worth like $100,000, I would have been like, "Ooh, girl, and you downgraded." So now she's like, "You a home wrecker and you downgraded." She's not money. I'm gonna wreck homes, but I'm gonna make sure it's the upgrade.
Yeah, go upgrade. Well,
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I done slid into Bill's DMs a few times. Melinda Gates gets two at this point. 130 billion.
That shit.
130 billion. Listen,
Be open the side piece. I stay right in the house, dude. Be open the shit, go in the shower. I'll be right there. I said, "What you need?"
Yeah, listen, you playing. My sister was like, "Would you?" Listen, my sister was like, "Would you marry Kanye?" I was like, "Absolutely, without a shadow of doubt, without another thought. Would I marry Kanye? Absolutely, I would. He's worth $1 billion. Wait, he lives in Wyoming. I would live in California. I would only have to give him the puss a couple times a year because he never wants to be around me.
Listen,
I mean, what, he want to spray my tea on the internet?
I did with him. Yeah, that's what I said. I did with him too. He got money.
Listen, you want to spray my tea on the internet? Knock yourself out. Spray my tea all over the internet, and I'm gonna defend you. I promise you, I'm gonna be. It's like, he got a mental issue. Don't worry about what we do. Leave my husband.
Ain't no mental issues in the bedroom, B. It's like, shoot, I gotta do my tricks to get that money.
But you better go on about your business. So.
Dennis said, no child support. She's gonna pay me. Yes, he said
exactly.
Yes.
Okay. See, y'all think about it. Yeah, emotionally it's wrong. Girl code, yeah, that's wrong. That is a business transaction. People do business all day, every day, and do worse.
Auntie Bobo said, "Dot rule number 101: aim low with the looks, aim high in pocket."
That's right.
Yeah, he's not a good-looking guy, but yes, money is running deep. So yes,
Porsha
she gonna
said,
be the silent hoe, and she gonna be the silent hoe, and let it be.
I wasn't mad at her. I let her listen. I was like, you know what? Couldn't be me, but let her do what she do. If she don't mind throwing it for a real for a few mil, I mean, shoot, have at it, girl. Have at it. But then the way my bank account looking, I'm like, for 40 million, like for 40 million. See, that's when you have to look at something a little differently. Mizzle, for $40 million, would you? Okay, not 40. Let's say half. For 20 million, would you? How much do your morals really cost? For $20 million. You got to be honest.
If I was not like that and I wanted to do that and I'm desperate, I said, "Fuck it, I'll do it." But I got morals. But if I was desperate, I said, "Listen, I'll do it." Shit. That's more than I make. I'm thinking, shit.
I don't think I'll ever see $20 million in my lifetime.
I would never say it was $20 million.
I don't think I'll see $20 million in my lifetime. So, I mean,
So CM said, but truthfully, Porsha won't see that much money. It would be like Michael and Ashley prenups, hidden assets for 2 kids. If Simon is that smart about it.
Look. Wait, they're in Georgia, right? Isn't that like a community property state? Is it like I've grown accustomed to this lifestyle like New York is? This is the lifestyle I've grown accustomed to. So you gonna pay me my worth? Because sometimes you have to think about things realistically. Because in New York, I could be like, listen, this is the lifestyle I have grown accustomed to. You can't listen. That's why Porsche need to push out that baby. My baby can't go from a $40 million lifestyle to living in the projects. They ain't gonna do that. They not gonna let that happen. Again, I'm not condoning what she did. Is she wrong? Morally, she is absolutely 100% wrong. But in the thought handbook, Porsche is winning. Look, all the little thoughts around the land is looking like.
They would say, nah, otherwise Franny will get more. Maybe.
Listen, see, this is what you got to do, right? That's why you got to, see, Fallon probably got a prenup. Fallon probably did it the right way. Porsche did it like a thought. You got to make sure you get them when they emotionally vulnerable so they don't get a prenup.
Yes.
You got to get them emotionally vulnerable. You got to strike while the iron is hot.
Yes. Oh, man. This is a good laugh. Yeah, I'll be adding that.
You gotta think like a thought do. Okay, that's think like a thought. You thinking like a person with morals. Porsche ain't got morals. When has Porsche ever had morals?
Oh well.
When has Porsche ever had morals? Okay, and people was killing me because they was like, oh, but Black Lives Matter, and now she's sleeping with his lady husband. I was like, those two are not the same. Like, you could not want the police to kill us. Her comment section was like, how do you support Black Lives Matter, but you sleep with this black woman husband? I was like, now, not wanting the police to kill us in the streets.
It's not the same,
very different than I slept with your husband.
Yeah, that was
because not just funny. People sleep with other people's husbands all the time. Like, let's be real. Like,
nothing new.
They sleep with other people's husbands all the time. But I was like, I don't get that whole like Black Lives Matter. You can't sleep with nobody else's husband. Is it wrong? Yeah, it's wrong. But from the thought handbook, Porsche winning. all the thoughts in her comment section is like, yes, Queen Thatalina, that's right, yes. They are. They living for it. So I couldn't do it. Porsche also couldn't come to my house.
But yes, and I think as it's come back, this will be a storyline people want to hear. People want to see. It's gonna be a storyline people want to see next season if she comes back. So, and we'll know she probably will come back because this is hot. So people gonna want to come back and see that. They want to hear nothing else that she had. We don't know activism, none of that. We want to see what's going on with you and Simon and the fan to come back. The drama between y'all three. Yes.
Fallon, they better get Fallon the peach. They better. That is ratings gold right there. Like they couldn't have wrote that any better.
It's golden standard. She solidified her storyline already. They don't have to come out with anything else. Just solidify her storyline. Y'all, at 7:10, we gotta get ourselves ready and eat and prepare for ourselves for the panel tonight, 8 o'clock. I enjoyed this. This was really good. Thank you, y'all, for joining in the live. Thank you always. CM moderators, Senna, Auntie Momo, Mother Earth who came in, Renee, Sir Neil, bro, what's going on? Once again, always, thanks, Tracy, for commentary. I love it. Always had a good time. Good topics. Now, for tonight, for the panel, if I remember all the topics correctly, we know we will talk about Porsha. I tell y'all that. And that will be the real topic talk. Then we also going to talk about Molly Mall. I said, I ain't heard that name for a long time. But Molly Mall got himself in trouble. He in prison, going to jail soon. Molly Mall PPP loans fraud from Baby Blue and Mo Finger, you know.
Arkansas Mo.
Cardi Man Mo, and we also about Nicki Minaj album. We also talk about it was something else we forgot. But yeah, y'all coming with me tonight, and we share the link. Let's see. Share it, y'all. Share it. Oh, somebody's ready in the comment. We ain't even start yet. All right.
You.
Yes, I do. Yes, I always enjoy this Sunday. Oh, so yeah, next week Sunday. In 2 weeks, I know Memorial Day weekend. We may not be on so like that because you know everybody gonna be out, people barbecuing, family and stuff like that. So I may not be on that weekend, and my friend might be in, so we might in and out. So probably next Sunday, I will probably do a little party, little music, and won't be monetized because I know my YouTube gonna be tripping. So let's have a next Sunday. Let's have a little midday kind of like a mimosa drinking party music and chat. We have some little good questions. Tracy has some questions that she could bring that we could have talk. And let's share next Sunday. So that's what we're gonna do next Sunday. When we monetize, we're just gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a chill talk moment. I have my plays in the music and we would chill. And then the following Monday, we're gonna be open discussion, another open discussion. And tomorrow we'll be talking about traditional and modern men and women and values. So like that. So live recaps Sunday at 4 Eastern social media. Thank you, CM. Yes. I appreciate all of y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for making my day great. Tomorrow, yes, I did got 2 buddies. So hopefully later on tonight or tomorrow we could get on and talk about that because it's a lot on that 2 buddy. I said, oh, I go through this. But thank you, y'all. Let's prepare, get ourselves ready for the next one. We got like less than an hour. And bye out. Later. Shoot. Yes, thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Bye bye. Good night. See y'all in the panel, y'all. So we will have a good time. And it's another light week, but we'll have a lot of juicy topics to talk. So prepare with me and my little family, and we're going to discuss. All right. See y'all soon. Peace.